What's going on, you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Have a nice Tuesday so far. Been all right. Kind of got some some not so great news last night. Nothing like, horrible. There's nothing, no one in my family's like sick or anything crazy like that. But I'll talk about it in a bit. It has to do with Delta. So I've been kind of not in the best mood since last night, but that's fine. I'll be better once we start playing and chatting with you guys. You guys always make me feel way better. So, yeah, like Decrev. Do you want to go by Decrev or DC? I usually call you DC, but how do you want me to pronounce your name, dude? You're always in chat, so I wanna make sure I'm calling you what you want to be called. But yeah, like you're saying in chat, today is finally MGS3 completion day. We would have had it done by like day 3. If I wasn't yapping about news and yapping about updates. And we've also been watching cutscenes since it is a story playthrough. So usually I would have had, an MGS3 playthrough, whether it's on Extreme or whatever the hell else, done in like a day or two. But yeah, we've just been chilling, talking about the news, the NYC event. It's been fun. It's been a fun week of streams, for sure. DC Rev. No DC Rev. All right. DC it is then. Tom B, what up? Liam, how you doing? Jez Death, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Bro, just wanted to say I'm a massive fan of your content. Oh, I appreciate that, Tom. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream, watching all the content. It means a lot. As always, let's switch the scene up here. Let's throw on some tunes. Let's get ready for the day. Get our MGS3 playlist going. Let's do Take It on the Shagohod. Can you guys hear that? Is it too loud? Oh, I have my mix amp turned up like crazy on my end. There we go. You guys should hear it now, right? It's loud on my end, like super loud. I don't know why. My mix amp must have gotten turned up or something on accident. Doing well, Liam? Yeah, dude, I'm chilling too. Like I said, I got some I guess I'll put it as disappointing news. Yesterday after I hopped off stream, had some lunch after stream, and then sent out some emails that I need to send out. One of those emails was to my contact at a certain at a certain company. I'm not gonna get into detail because like I said, it's not that big of a deal. But as most of you guys know who have been in chat, I've been for like a couple months now, even before I started streaming again, I've been trying to make sure my name is in the hat for, if Konami is doing press releases or review copies or advanced copies, whatever the hell you want to call them, that my name is in the hat. So I've been making sure to follow up with the my main contact, and then he was nice enough to send me the people that are like kind of part of the team that's in charge of the whole advanced copies or review copies or whatever. So I got a hold of them. I sent out a few emails, didn't hear back. So I finally messaged my original contact, and I heard back from him. And again, he's not part of the actual team that's involved in that, but he kind of like is an overseer of like everything in a way. And so it was kind of not confirmed, but like there's basically a 99% chance that and they didn't say this. This is just how I basically interpreted it. They didn't say this in any way, shape, or form, but there's like a 99% chance that I'm not gonna get an advanced copy other than like the countdown that we have. I don't know how to point over here. That's when I'm gonna be playing, just like most of you guys. So yeah, not the best news. Was kind of disappointed, but I mean, what can we do? That's not going to stop me. I hope it's not going to stop me from being able to make the main stuff that I want to make. Like, here's why I brought it up on stream. It wasn't to like cry about it or whatever, because like I said, it is what it is. I'm still going to stream the game. Sure, I'm going to put some content out there, but is it worth me like making a review at this point? If I'm getting it during early access. The other thing is I don't know if it might be like Death Stranding, where if you bought early access, you could stream it or make videos just fine. up until a certain point. So for those of you guys who didn't know, if you got early access for Death Stranding, you were allowed to stream or make a video up to like mission 28, something like that, or chapter 7 or something. So there were limitations. Since this is a remake of like a 2-decade-old game, I don't think we're going to have those same limitations. I don't think there's anything in the game that's like so crazy that it's in the game that they're going to limit what we can put out. But you never know. Having said that, like Konami could very well put restrictions on how far we can stream, like the first 2 days during early access, what videos we can make. I don't know. The embargo for the game is up on the 22nd, so in 10 days. And at that point, I think we're going to hear... oh, so this is the detail that I left out. I just reminded myself. From what I was told, the only people that are receiving advanced copies are the big news press outlets or big figures in the, games media sort of sphere, like journalists. I'm sure some huge content creators with like hundreds of thousands of what's it called? Followers or subscribers, whatever you want to call them, are probably getting advanced keys too, like the big guys, you know what I mean? So, yeah, the people that got to go to the event on the first day, the first day of the New York event, those are the people from what I inferred. Again, this wasn't explicitly told to me, but from what I inferred via the exchange of emails, those are the same people that are getting access to the game early, the only people getting access to the game early. So, yeah, it is what it is. I kind of expected that. I don't think there's been one Metal Gear game that I've gotten like early, my hands on it early, like not even the Master Collection. I got it the same exact day that you guys got it, that everybody got it. And like I said, that's fine. What I wanted to ask you guys was whether it's even worth me making like certain types of videos. Like if people are going to have it, and it's, Delta's going to break street date in certain countries, certain regions, right? Like they always do. Like certain countries don't really give a shit about street date. There's not really anything, there's no real punishment that Konami can go after these, certain mom and pop shops in certain regions. So the game's gonna, I fully expect Delta to be out in circulation in like a week from now, like on the, I don't know, the week of the, what would that be, like the 19th, the 18th, next week. I fully expect there to be Delta, wild Delta discs out there in the wild by next week. So I don't know, is it worth me doing a review? Like, why would people wait for my review? Why would people watch like my Foxhound guide, for example? Like if somebody already has a Foxhound guide up by the 28th, like I don't know, I'm kind of at a weird spot now where I don't really know what to do. I'm not going to cry about not getting the game early. It is what it is, like I keep saying. But what I do want to know is like where do we pivot from this point? Like it kind of threw me not getting the game like even like a couple of days early, because again, that would help with like a review. I could have my review up there alongside the other reviews. Same with like a Foxhound guide, because the game's going to be new to me too. It's not like I'm going to get Delta and be like amazing at it from the jump. So it's not like I can make a Foxhound guide like literally a day after. Maybe, but it's not going to be a very good one, you know what I mean? Because it's going to be rushed and thrown together, and there's probably going to be better strategies that I didn't test because I'm just trying to throw something up there. I don't really want it to get to that point. So it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird spot. Nah. Konami was nice enough to sort of explain these things to me. So it's I still have huge love for Konami. It's just, and my contacts at Konami. It's just, it kind of threw me for a loop now. Yo, what up, Prof? How you doing? Dr. Jack, what up? What up? Torres, Charlie, how you guys doing? Charlie over on the Twitch side, Prof over on the Twitch side. Hope you guys are doing well. Are you gonna get both physical and digital? Yeah. I like having it like the physical for my collection to join my other, hundreds of Metal Gear games that I have. But yeah, for those of you guys who just joined up, I was just very quickly relaying some news that I got yesterday after stream. Essentially, like not getting too into the details, but essentially the only people with currently with Metal Gear Solid Delta are basically the same people who went to the New York event day one. So the big media outlets. Those are the only people that are getting like really advanced copies. They're probably playing it right now, actually. In order to, have a fully fleshed out review in 10 days, the 22nd. So, you're one of the only stealth game creators I ever found. I probably won't get a review of Delta in my stream otherwise. You don't think so? I appreciate you saying that, but I mean, you have to remember there's going to be outlets like IGN, these big outlets that are going to cover the game, and I'm sure you guys are going to come across those reviews. I mean, I'm going to watch those reviews. We're probably going to watch them together on the 22nd. So I'm pretty sure embargo breaks on the 22nd at like midnight. So we'll probably watch it that morning. I'm not going to fucking stay up till midnight to watch. I mean, I might watch the reviews at midnight, but I'm not going to stream them. So we'll probably go over them and everything the next day on stream. Like who? Like who's getting an advance copy? Just like the big media outlets, the big video game journalists, the big like huge content creators, I'd assume. We want comparisons, not review. Yeah, but you would get that in a review as well, you know what I mean? Yo, what up, Forgotten Snake? Hello from Ireland. Yo, that's crazy. We have a lot of people from across the pond in here, huh? Appreciate you stopping by, Forgotten Snake. Welcome, welcome. Your videos always make me think that Delta has come out already. Well, I hate to break it to you, but not yet. Not for us mere mortals, it hasn't come out yet, but for certain people, they're playing right now. Just because there's similar content out there already doesn't mean we don't want to miss on your videos. Anything you put out would be... Oh, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I know most of you guys in chat will check out whatever I put out, whenever I put it out. It's just like I was saying, like, ideally, I'd have the game early and have, like, at least a review and a Foxhound guide. And then from there, I can kind of, like, scramble and focus on streaming, focus on funny moments that happen on stream, stuff like that. I wouldn't be as pressured to, like, okay, I need to stream and also get strategies going for the Foxhound guide and also make a review and also comparison videos like you guys are saying. And also, I don't know, it's a lot more up in the air now because, like I said, it's going to be brand new to me. It's not like I have played Delta for 100 hours and I can, I can whittle down my strategies for getting Foxhound in a digestible way so then I can put it in as a video and also make sure the editing is clean, make sure there's no mistakes. I have to do it's a lot of work making those guides, especially because they're like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes long. So like what's I mean, I guess, yeah, like if someone has a Foxhound guide up on the 28th already, let's say, that's not to say that, theirs is going to be better than mine or somebody else's, So I mean, I guess I could, we'll see what we can do. I do want to focus on streaming because I guess that's going to, like, that's probably going to be the most hyped thing, right? When Delta comes out is like watching streams of it. Make a sloth guide, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. It's got me kind of like second guessing myself now, unfortunately. Personally, I prefer your insight and guides. I know others love MGS, but I'd rather have an MGS fan. Yeah, that's what I was thinking yesterday. Like, I know these big reviewers are going to get the game, and just by sheer numbers, that's why they're giving them early access, because they have like IGN, I think, has like damn near 3 million, maybe more followers on Twitter. So it's like, it makes sense logistically, you know what I mean? Or like from a numbers game, it makes sense. But I feel like a lot of you in chat and a lot of people in general go to MGS fans rather than like the big, corporations, the big review hubs. In my opinion, there's no point of a review. A comparison video would be better. Compare combat and secrets and stuff like that. Yeah, I can do both. You know what I mean? Like, I think a review would still serve its purpose. Like, from someone like me who has thousands of hours in MGS3, I think a review could be like, if I name a review like that, like, for example, like, Metal Gear Solid Delta review from someone who's played MGS3 for 1,000 hours. I don't know, some like, not clickbaity, but like something that gets people to click like that. I think it'd be worth it because there's a lot of people who are like still on the fence about Delta. It's a $70 remake or remaster to some people for full price. And like, do I buy it? Like they're still on the fence. So I think it'll still be worth it. And I think, like you guys are saying, there's still some people that'll seek out those types of reviews rather than like IGN's, too much water 8 out of 10 review. That's just surface level. Like, oh yeah, Konami remade Metal Gear Solid 3 and it's much prettier and the controls are better. You know what I mean? Like Torres is saying, I can get into the details of like, in fucking Chorny Prude, the FPS drops dramatically, even in like the HD collection. Like Delta handles it, and you know what I mean, like stuff like that, where it's like, on a map to map basis, at least for the comparing it to the HD collection or the Master Collection, I feel like I have a good grasp on that, even more than the PS2 version, as you guys have seen through these streams. But I can kind of get into the nitty gritty, and so can other people, like you know, like Jaguar King, who was in here the other day. Like, he speedran the game a bunch of times, and he can offer that same sort of insight, right? Like, that's much deeper than an IGN review. So. You love the soundtrack that's playing? Yep, straight up from the MGS3 soundtrack. It's like the old timey guitar based music. I think this one was old Metal Gear. Yeah. Now we're getting into the actual OST, the Ocelot fight here. But yeah, what up, Tim? How you doing, dude? IGN, but like, I really love the game, so because of that, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Yeah, exactly, right. My uncle works at Konami now. We'll be getting the game in 6 days. Shit, I wish. Too much Snake, not enough Delta. Yeah, exactly. Portable Ops Plus today. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna focus on MGS3 today, finishing that up, and then I do have to run. It's probably gonna be a shorter stream today. I think we'll have to see. But as soon as I'm done with MGS3 and I chat with you guys a little bit, I'll probably have to dip. And then today, once I'm done doing all the errands that I have to do, I'm gonna come back and set up MGS 3D. So for those of you guys who weren't here at the end of the stream yesterday, we voted on what to play next, since obviously we're going to beat MGS3 today, hopefully. And so what won was a Foxhound playthrough of Metal Gear Solid for the 3D, or Metal Gear Solid 3D, the 3DS remake or remaster, whatever you want to call it, for the 3DS. So I'm not looking forward to that, but it'll be funny. It'll be a good time. Yo, what up, Solid Snake? What video editing software do I use? Your favorite is Video Studio Pro and HitFilm. Oh, I use a little mix of different software. So for like quick little edits, like, you know, something I'm gonna throw up on Twitter or something, I use Vegas Pro. I've used that for years. That's what I used to use when I was like 12 and I started editing videos. And then like for the bigger edits, Jesus, I can't speak. For like bigger videos and stuff, I use DaVinci Resolve now. I used to use the Adobe stuff, but like now that they switched to subscriptions and like, you can do everything and more with DaVinci Resolve. Even just a free version, but if you get the paid version, I mean, you have everything you need with DaVinci Resolve at this point. It took me a little while to learn it, but once you do, like I said, you can do everything that Adobe can do essentially. So. The big liars, I call them. I will not be reading that shit. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna watch IGN's review and whoever's review on stream, like I said, after the 22nd. So, yeah, exactly, right? MGS3 OG veteran plays Delta. I'll be watching you play before I even buy the game. Yeah, I appreciate you guys still wanting to stop by and are willing to support the content no matter when I can put it out. Like I said, I'm gonna get 48-hour early access, so that'll give me at least a 2-day jump when it comes to making content over some people that probably aren't going to spring for the $10. But like I said, the embargo is up in 10 days, the official embargo for the people who are playing it now, who actually got codes, who went to the New York event and played all day there. They already have the game, so they're going to have their, 50-hour review, 100-hour reviews in some cases in 10 days. And then I fully expect there to be games in circulation out there, because mom and pop shops in certain countries or regions broke street date as early as next week. Like, I'm sure by this time next week, so like next Tuesday, as an example, we're already gonna have like spoilers out there and like the trophy list and all that stuff to go over together on stream. So that's my prediction. The Master Collection leaked like damn near 3 weeks before it actually came out. We were talking about the trophy list like almost a month before it came out. What a diehard Metal Gear veteran thinks of Delta. Yeah, stuff like that. Literally just something that sums it up. I finally got multi-streaming working. Nice, dude. They added the OG voices in Delta. Will they keep the OG music except for Snake Eater? No, yeah, they have the OG voices and the OG music. I don't think they're going to change the music. The only difference with the voices and stuff is that they're uncompressed fully. So, back then, video games had like, they were on DVDs or CDs before that, and there was a limit to how much data you can put on them, right? So, like, much smaller of a limit than you can put on Blu-rays and shit now. So they had to compress the audio to like sort of like save room. but the audio when they recorded it is higher quality than how we heard it in the game, because again, it's compressed in the game. Nowadays, since we have Blu-ray discs and all this stuff that can hold more, the game's going to be 100 gigs, just so you guys know, if you guys didn't know. So it's a pretty big game, and part of that reason is everything's uncompressed. So the audio is going to sound better than it ever has. It's going to be more clear. And the original Snake Eater theme is still in the game. You just have to play with legacy mode or legacy controls on, and you get the original theme, and you get the original startup screen with like the camo and Snake doing the CQC on the guard. So Kotaku's going to call Delta woke. Can't wait to see the reactions on Eva scenes. So they're going to call it the opposite of woke, right? Because if they keep the Eva scenes, people are going to complain that it's like, over-sexualizing and objectifying Eva and all this stuff. So from what I know, there's going to be a warning before you start the game. And it's going to be like, keep in mind when this game was made, things were different, blah, blah, blah. So people have been warned. People will be warned at that point. Watch how Konami is misogynistic against women. Yeah, there you go. That's more like it. Metal Gear Solid 3 fan is excited to play the remake for the first time meme. MGS1 is better than Twin Snakes remake. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure I'll make some... I'm going to make content. But, yeah, I don't mean to be dramatic and be like, oh, well, I'm not getting the game early, so now I don't know what to do. I mean, it's a little bit of that, but it's also mostly just like... I'm going to be stressed the fuck out, just so you guys know. As soon as the 26th hits and it's like 5 a.m., even before that, the night before, I'm going to be so stressed because, like, I want to put on good streams for you guys. But during the streams, I'm going to be playing on Extreme or whatever the hardest difficulty is. And I'm going to be, like, scrambling to, like, I'm going to have, like, my notepad out and writing notes about, like, how people should do Foxhound rank and what I can include in my guide and the easiest way to do certain things. So I'm going to be streaming, trying to put on a good stream while also making mental notes or like actually taking notes about, the Foxhound guide that I have to make after the fact. So yeah, there's going to be a lot going on. And at the same time, I have to make sure that I'm not complete dog shit at the game because it's a new game. It's a new experience. I'm going to be playing it at the same time as you guys. It's not like I'm going to have 100 hours like I did with, I've told the story before, but I actually got Ground Zeroes semi-early. So, I was able to get like, I don't know, damn near 50 hours or so. Maybe more, honestly. Before the game actually came out. So when like the leaderboards went up and like, when I was able to make content for it and stream it, I was already like pretty disgusting at the game. Relative for the time. I'm sure I was garbage for how good people are at it now. But, that's what helped me get like first on the leaderboards in the world for like weeks, if not months, because I had that, those extra 50 to 80 to almost 100 hours before the game came out. And nowadays, instead of just like trying to be sweaty and be on the leaderboards, I would focus on the content. So like if I had 50 hours even in Delta before it even came out to the public or even like early access, I could have a really nice outline for a Foxhound guide, have it refined and ready to go by the time release comes out, and then I can just focus on putting on fun streams for you guys. But we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. We always do. Like I said, this is nothing new. I've never gotten I've never gotten a Metal Gear game early, and I don't know if I ever will. So this is just par for the course here. Anyway, enough of that. Talked about it enough. Let's get to some game in here. Let's get into some let's escape with our girl Eva. All right, what do we need? What do we need? Well, we don't need C3, I can tell you that, and we don't need a milk snake for this. I don't think I have any stun grenades left, so damn, that's actually kind of shit. I would actually like to have smoke grenades for this, but I used them on something and I don't remember what it is. Probably the stupid pain. The pain was a pain in the ass this playthrough. Gonna replace Snake Eater theme with Invisible. You can imagine. By the way, I'm still using my broken controller, so I think oh, let me change my camo because I earned I'm feeling a little lazy today. Let me use my Cold War camo that I completely earned because I did take our boy out non-lethally, so you can't tell me that I didn't earn this camo. Oh my god. I needed to warm up before the stream and I didn't get a chance to, and now we're gonna be playing like I am new to Delta. Like I am new to MGS3. Yo, Hasbro, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I only see Eva with nothing on anyway. Yeah, that's part of being a female spy, I guess, in the 60s. I mean, it would work on me, I'm not gonna lie. Right. Can we stream the... Yeah, I don't know. I was talking about that earlier, Tim, like right before you hopped in. That I don't really know if it's going to be like Kojima, or Koji Pro, I should say, not Kojima, because I'm sure Kojima wasn't in charge of that. But when Death Stranding 2 came out, I was telling chat that you were allowed to stream it, but only to a certain point in the game. But since Delta is such an old game, and like we all know the story, I don't think Konami's going to, you know, throw us for a loop, and it's going to be, you know, there's going to be some crazy like twist that we don't know about in the game. Like the craziest thing would be that they add like something like Guy Savage back into the game. That would be like the craziest thing, right? That's going to come out of Delta. I don't think we're going to have like some like, you know, twist in the ending. Like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. So it's a little different than Death Stranding, because Death Stranding is a brand new story, a brand new game in every way. And I'm sure Kojima didn't want story spoilers out there 2 days before actual launch, so it's a little bit of a different scenario, I guess you could say. But to answer your question, Tim, truthfully, I don't know. I have no idea. You'll find out when I find out. Will I aim for a speedrun world record for Delta? I'm sure I'll do some speedrun stuff eventually, but I'm not going to be like I used to be when I was younger, where I like focus on that. My focus is like on my content and you guys and guides and all that nowadays. But I'm sure I'll keep up with speedrunning and stuff, and I'll incorporate speedrunning stuff, and I'll learn the speedrunning tactics, and maybe we'll do some runs on stream if you guys want to see that. I mean, we're probably gonna have a big gap between when Delta comes out and when Fox Hunt is announced, or like, you know, when we get a release date for Fox Hunt. So yeah, I'm sure I'll do some speedrunning here and there if I enjoy the game enough. Like there's a small chance that the game comes out and I just don't enjoy it as much as the original. It's not as fun to speedrun, but like I said, that is a very small, tiny chance that ends up being the case. As long as they objectify Snake as well, they can beat the woke allegations. What up, Anubria? How you doing? True. Very true. There's always a balance with Kojima. Like, yes, he objectifies the women really badly at times, but the men are just as bad at times. On the 22nd, I'll make sure I have around 67 monsters with me to stay awake for 20 hours. What, to read all the reviews and stuff? Because the 22nd is when the embargo's up for these people. Like I said, that's gonna take up the majority of the stream on the 22nd, which is a Friday. So mark that on your calendars. Next Friday, so not this week's Friday, but the next Friday after that. That whole stream is gonna be all about reading and watching reviews. So get ready. What do I think of the new version of the Snake Eater song? I like it. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually really like it. I don't mind it at all. Do I think it's as good as the original? No. Is most of that nostalgia? Probably. But the song, like Cynthia Harrell's, you know, re-recording of it, I think is excellent. The actual intro, like the visuals, if that's what you're asking, I enjoy them. I think they're in line with the original intro. But I think they show too much gameplay. Like, I think too much footage from actual cutscenes found in the game, and too many moments from the actual game, I guess is the best way to put it, are shown in the new intro. So while I like it, I think it kind of shows too much in a lot of ways. So I don't think it's horrible. Some people are like, "Oh my god, it's so bad," blah blah blah. I don't think it's bad in any way, shape, or form, but does it match up to the original for me? Absolutely not. Like, I mean, the original's the original. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? Yo, what up, Melon? My baby son arrived yesterday. Only 12 days late. Kept you waiting, huh? Oh, shit. Yo, congrats, man. That's crazy. Huge congrats, dude. Thanks for being in the stream. I did not expect you to be in the the stream after just having a kid, but I appreciate that, man. Huge congrats to your baby boy being born. That's a big deal. Is this your no? This isn't your first kid though, right? You said I think you said you had kids already. Guy Savage, new items, equipment, and outfits, and MGO. I wish we got MGO. Yeah, huge congrats to Melon in the chat, man. That's a big deal. Your son arrived earlier to witness Delta. Yeah, exactly. Happy parenting. Do you think we'll be able to buy the extra outfit separately? Yeah, you can. Ice cream. I'm pretty sure you can buy it as a separate purchase after the fact for $10. I'm pretty sure. I'm not making that up. I might be. You never know. I might be spreading misinformation, but that's all right. No, but I mean, there's no way they'd miss out on late sales of the DLC, right? Not everybody's gonna buy the fucking deluxe edition or the tactical edition day one, right? Like, some people are still, a lot of people actually, I've heard this from a lot of people, not just a few people, are still on the fence about Delta in general, and especially about it being full price and what am I trying to say? And getting it at launch before reviews and all that fun stuff. So, God, my aim is so bad today. Whatever. They can't shoot us. That's why I put on the camouflage. Like, not fully awake today to play this game, but I've got 2 daughters already, so it's a nice change. Oh wow, 2 daughters and a son now, huh? You got your hands full for sure, my friend. Plan my 4 weeks paternity pretty sweet. Yeah, you definitely didn't plan that out. You were thinking 9 months ago. Honey, we have to conceive in exactly this date. So 9 months from now, give or take, we can take some time off. To be good parents, of course. It'd be interesting to see in the final product is how they change the first person view once the right eye is lost. Yeah, where it has like the little, almost like a, you know, like the missing eye. It's almost like darkened on the edges on the right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll include that. Will I do a 24-hour stream? Ooh, I don't know about that one. I have to make sure I get some rest, or else I'm gonna be dead on the actual Delta stream. So I've said this before, but there's a calendar out there for early access and also for normal release. So if you're wondering when early access is, you know, when it actually goes live for you in your time zone, you can Google it. Just type in like Metal Gear Solid Delta early access map or time zones, and it'll come up. For me, it's literally 6 a.m., 6 o'clock in the morning. So I don't want to do a 24-hour stream or even like a 12-hour stream beforehand and then be absolutely dead when Delta comes out. So more than likely, I'll just like go to bed really early the night before. So what is that, like the 25th? And then wake up like at 4, get like a couple coffees in me, get some food in me. You know, maybe mainline some adrenaline or something as well. And then be ready to have like an entertaining, high-octane gaming stream for you guys once it releases. I was going back to yesterday, for those of you guys who were here yesterday toward the end of the stream, I was shopping around for new DualShock 3s because my DualShock is on its way out, unfortunately, sadly. We confirmed yesterday. It was like skipping cutscenes and shit and like flipping me around when I was trying to shoot. And so like, yeah, it's definitely not working as well as it used to. So I was like shopping around, and I think I'm going to end up getting one of those Retro Fighters controls. Like, I think it's called the Defender Pro. They're, unfortunately, of course, with my luck, they're out of stock right now, but I think they're restocking soon, hopefully. I don't really know. I kind of want to reach out to them on Twitter and ask them, like, hey, if I review this on stream playing Metal Gear, which is like my thing, like, can you guys hook a boy up, because my DualShock 3 just died and I'm very sad about it. I don't know if they do that, because like, who the fuck am I? But but I mean, it's worth a try, right? You gotta shoot your shot sometimes. That literally looks like the best option, because you can use it on the actual, like, you can use it on a PS1, a PS2, or a PS3, like the actual consoles, which I still have all of those. Or you can use it on a PC wirelessly or through Bluetooth. So that'd be kind of nice. I could use it for MGO as well, and it's the same configuration where it has the 2 thumbsticks down here. I don't like the Xbox controllers too much because I'm not used to it, where it has 1 thumbstick here, 1 thumbstick up here. I like having them down here, like, parallel to one another. And the Defender Pro has that, so I'll probably just do that, to be honest with you.
I've got a surprise for you. You won't be getting away.
You'll be working at 6 a.m., so be here. Nice. Yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by the day of. That's going to help my stream a lot. If we can have a ton of people in here, it's going to boost my, you know, my discoverability, especially on, well, on both YouTube and Twitch, but mostly on Twitch. Twitch is, I don't know how to grow on Twitch. I don't nowadays. Like, I've heard the age-old, you got to bring people in from other, you know, from, like, TikTok and stuff, and maybe that's what I'm doing wrong, is not really utilizing my other social media as much. But, I mean, I'm on Twitter heavy. Like, I'm always on Twitter. But I feel like it's easier to get eyes on you on YouTube. I don't know. And I also, to be fair, haven't been streaming, like, super consistently for a while, so I'm sure that would help is actually being live. On whatever website I want to grow on, I'm pretty sure being live would actually help, but, yeah. I've always heard from other streamers, though, like, you kind of plateau on Twitch. It's really hard to grow on that platform, so, yeah. I just feel like YouTube is also kind of like my home, because that's where I started when I was little and I started making YouTube videos. Like, you guys have to realize that I started making YouTube videos when I was like 13 years old, maybe even less than that, maybe like 12 years old. I think I was. I would make like shitty little like like Pokemon videos of me Wi-Fi battling people when that was like a new thing on the original DS, when we didn't have to use little link cables anymore and we could actually fight people online. I would record with like a point and shoot camera pointed at my what the fuck? Pointed at my DS, like down at my DS, and record like Wi-Fi battles that I would do with people on that YouTube channel. Not this YouTube channel, obviously. That was on like my very first YouTube channel that I made when I was still a kid. But yeah, YouTube just feels like my home. I don't know how to explain it. I like Twitch. I like Twitch less now than when it was Justin TV or like the early days of Twitch, that's for sure. But I enjoy the platform. I have some creators that I follow there that I really enjoy watching on that platform, and that's their main platform, so I could never hate on Twitch. It's just YouTube's kind of like where I started, I guess, in a lot of ways. But I wouldn't mind growing on Twitch, having said that. The James Bond spoof song? Yep. Well, yeah, what up, Solo? Yeah, I think so. I think you'll be able to buy the sneaking pack after the fact for a $10 price tag. We're back from the hospital, so I've got the stream on whilst I cook dinner for the rest of the fam. Oh, I appreciate you watching, man. I'll try to keep the swearing down, unless you're wearing headphones. Prof says, think you'll get the deluxe edition just for the Peace Walker uniform pack because I'm a sucker. Oh, they got you, man. They got you with that Peace Walker outfit. I knew it. I knew that's all it took to get Prof's extra $10, extra €10. Yeah, I mean, I can't really skip out on the sneaking DLC pack either, man. You know, I got to review everything. I have to be the first one on the scene that says, "Oh my God, Konami pay to win confirmed." Konami's charging extra dollars for pay to win outfits on a single player game confirmed? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? You heard it here first. Konami, the scum of the earth, the most evil corporation on the planet, charging $10 for pay to win outfits? Say it ain't so. I gotta be the first one on the scene to say that. Oh wait, people have already said that. Never mind. That's a nice way to spend your well-earned vacation indeed. Yep. Yo, what up, Jack? How you doing? Good morning, Mr. Stripper. Oh no. Oh my God, this controller is I don't know how to how to describe it accurately, but it's here. Down. I just feel like I can't aim accurately with it anymore. Oh, I missed one. Did I miss one? Oh no, what the hell? Or did I miss one? I don't know. I never watch cutscenes anymore, so I don't remember if I missed it or not. Eat calorie meat before the stream. Oh, I should get some calorie meat. Yeah, dude, isn't it crazy? You can use it on all consoles and PC wirelessly. So it comes with like this dongle that you can plug in. You can actually physically plug into the PS1, PS2, and PS3 via USB, and then the USB dongle. So there's two dongles. Sorry, there's the one for the PS1/PS2, and then there's the normal Bluetooth dongle that comes with wireless controllers that you can use on the or in the PS3 and also on your PC. So I think it's worth. Yeah, if you want to look them up, they're called Retro Fighters, I think. I follow them on Twitter. That's where I heard of them initially. Yo, what up, David Stevens? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. Yo, Bobby, what up? I wanted to make a TikTok for Delta, but you can't stand the format. That's how I was too. I didn't really like the whole, you know, short form, vertical, I guess you could say, format. But after making YouTube shorts, and my shorts are some of the most viewed content that I have on my channel. That's how a lot of people, I think, came across my channel. So, like, while I don't make them as often anymore, I think they're pretty cool.
I'm not finished yet.
But it's worth, man. All I've heard is great things from TikTok from a bunch of people who actually use the platform to grow. I just don't know what I want to make on there. Like, I feel like it's kind of lazy to just repurpose my YouTube shorts and throw them up on my TikTok, but maybe I should.
On one condition,
I feel like I want my TikTok to be a little different, though.
You got it.
Which is why I've been
tired of running away anyway.
very hesitant in, like, thinking of what I want to add on there. Or, like, I got to figure it out before Delta comes out, though, because obviously I want to throw Delta content up there.
For luck.
Is it not worth buying a refurbished DualShock 3 from Amazon or something? Or is the Defender better? I'm not familiar with. Yeah, but the problem with that is a lot of them are, like, bootleg, and they're trying to pass them off as official versions. It's really, 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 really hard to find a working actual DualShock 3 that's not like aftermarket or like, you know, a replica that's maybe not the best. I've heard very like scary things about buying, you know, aftermarket DualShock 3s because either like some of them work for a while and then they break after like 2 weeks. Some of them are just garbage from the get-go. Like, it's like cheap plastic. You could feel it as soon as you buy it that you made a mistake. So, like, I don't want to waste money and give bootleggers money. And I also want something that I'm actually going to use for a while. And it seems like Retro Fighters is a reputable reputable company. And they're based in California, so I'm a little biased about that too. It's a California-based company, so. And it's also family-run. The controllers are like made in-house, and it's a family-run company based out of California, so. I don't know. I'm down to check them out. Like, if I can snag a free controller from them, by asking them on Twitter or something, like I'll send them a D-mail. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'll send them either an email or a DM on Twitter, and hopefully they respond. But if not, I mean, whenever they restock the specific controller that I want, then I'll just buy it. But if I can get it for free, shit, definitely doing that. I mean, I'll review it and stuff, at least in the context of playing Metal Gear with it, since that's what I'm going to be doing with it 99.9% of the time, as you guys, I'm sure, know. Oh my god. Wow, Eva, can you, like, slow down a little bit? Please and thank you? No? God damn, man, I can't shoot worth the shit today. Yeah, what up, Bobby? How you doing, man? You're a certified Peace Walker. Me too, man. You're safe in this chat. This is a safe space for Peace Walker Sims. Don't you worry.
Did we beat him?
The moment I saw Snake, Ray-Ban sunglasses, and named Woodland outfit, they already got my $10. Yeah, Naked Woodland, and what's the other one? There's two Naked, right? Oh, Naked with Bandolier, or whatever they call it. Should make a review / critique of Delta, but blame everything on Kojima. Yeah, exactly, right? I cannot believe Kojima opted to use the same animations from PS2. What was Kojima thinking? I cannot believe Kojima didn't make this open world after the success of The Phantom Pain. Just blame, let's be like the most out of touch, like, what's it called? Metal Gear content creator slash fan slash whatever. That would be funny, actually. A lot of people, the joke would just go over their heads. A lot of people in the Metal Gear community just don't like to have fun and take everything super fucking seriously and super literally.
I'm gonna lure it back here.
So, like, you absolutely know the comments would be like, are you fucking stupid, dude? Like, Kojima doesn't even work at Konami. Where were you in 2015? You're supposed to be a hardcore fan? Like, the joke would go over so many people's heads, dude. You have no idea. You honestly have no idea how many people would, like, take it seriously. That's the one thing about, like, and I'm generalizing, obviously, but that's one thing that I'd like from the Metal Gear community is, like, for them to not take things as seriously. 'Cause not even Kojima takes things as seriously as some of the fans do. Like, just enjoy life a little. Sit back, relax. You can laugh at things, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Going to head off just now. Might be back on later. Oh, no worries, Mel. Thanks for stopping by, dude, and congrats once again, man. I'm glad everything went smoothly. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy time off with the fam. And yes, I will probably still be here later playing this game for the rest of my life. So don't worry. You're not missing anything. Oh, I should probably zoom out. Come on, man. This game's trying to piss me off today already. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Gosh. That's not good. Stop it, man. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to get this shot off quick enough. I can't do it with the working controller. You think I'm going to do it with this fucking controller? Oh, not again. Not again. Oh, I'm going to get hurt. Oh, my God, I'm in danger. Shit. Bro, leave me alone, please. Oh, I'm dead. I can feel it. Maybe not. We didn't shoot the tread? Question mark? Oh, thank God. That scared me a little. All right. What up, Staka? Do you think at Gamescom they will allow players to play past the Virtuous mission or nah? So I actually have a little insight on that, Staka, believe it or not. I know that at the event, someone got to... Let me get my maps. Let me get my maps straight in my head. Someone got to... is it Dremuch East? You know the part where the boss strips you of your weapons when you start Operation Snake Eater? So they got through the Virtuous mission, and they got to Dremuch East, and then they went to the cutscene where you get the boss like breaks the Mark 22, throws you on the ground, and I think the map after that. So what is that? The Dolanovno Bridge or whatever? They got to there and then they got in trouble. The Konami representatives that were watching were like, no, you have to stop now. So they didn't. I think maybe they would have stopped them after the Virtuous mission, and they didn't catch them in time. Because from what I heard, there was people like walking around, making sure nobody was doing some weird shit. But yeah, they weren't allowed to play Snake versus Monkey. I know that for sure. Bad Humans actually got in trouble for that. He started actually with Snake versus Monkey, attempted to play it for a little bit, played it for like a second, and then got in trouble. They told him, no, you have to play the main game. And then this other person got to the start of Operation Snake Eater, and they got in trouble and were told that they have to stop now. So what that means, I don't know. From what I heard, they had a save file already configured in all of the consoles and PCs that started you right before the first the Ocelot fight. and from then on you can continue. But for some reason, there's like a gap between the end of the Virtuous mission and getting to Ocelot. I don't know why. I really don't know why that's the case. Now, in my, pessimistic mind, I guess if you want to call it that, maybe there's some performance dips. And again, this is just my speculation. Like, this is, nobody said this. None of the fans or anybody said this, but my, doomer speculation is that potentially maybe there's some performance drops even on the PS5 Pro or, high-end PCs between the end of the Virtuous mission up until you get to Ocelot. Because like Charney Prude, the map that I keep mentioning that has like, that's a map where it's the swampy map where you swim through the water, you avoid the crocodiles to get over to where the croc cap is and all that fun stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. Right after you take on the Ocelot unit, right? There's that map where you swim. That's probably where most of you guys first encounter the leeches that latch onto you too. That map in pretty much every version of the game, except for the Master Collection, dips in terms of frame rate. So maybe that's the case in Delta as well. Keep in mind there's also rain, just like you're seeing now, that affects the frame rate in a lot of the versions of MGS3. So that's my speculation. Again, there's been no confirmation of this. None of the fans said this. We won't know if any of the reviewers or big media outlets encounter that until the 22nd. Maybe that'll be part of their reviews. But I know for a fact they stopped certain people from playing certain modes and past a certain point at the review event. That I can confirm for you guys. Everything else is just speculation. California bias, shake my head. I'm going through the same thing, but for PS5 controllers, yeah, they are expensive. How do you feel about instant weapon switching in Delta? MGO2 vibes, kind of? Yeah, I don't mind it. I like that. Anything that makes it so moment-to-moment gameplay isn't as interrupted, I'm happy with. I don't mind the menuing in MGS3, probably because I have Stockholm Syndrome, and I've done it so many times now. But, yeah, I don't mind having to menu and go into the menu to change your camouflage and all that. But it is nice that it's not a necessity anymore from what it looks like in Delta, so I'm not going to complain about something that makes it more streamlined and smooth. You don't have to open the pause menu, go into your camouflages, go into your face camo, like it's just quick menu, boom, 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 it loads real quick, and then you're back into the actual gameplay. I think that's really nice. That is one of the improvements that they needed to make, the quality of life improvements that they needed to make. Do I think the original Snake Eater is a bad game because of the menuing? Absolutely not. But again, that might be my bias since I am an old school player, So I think they did a good job. I think they struck a good balance between having stuff that is good quality of life, but also not, well, I mean, let me not get ahead of myself. I was going to say maybe not game breaking, but there very well might be a combination of camouflage and crouch walking and all this different stuff that makes the game like way too easy, even on extreme. Because we know for a fact that the DLC camouflages have special effects. For example, the Peace Walker sneaking suit silences your footsteps, which I mean could be a big deal if the grenade trick to silence your footsteps isn't in the game. It's more of a big deal than if that trick is in the game, obviously. Because if you can use that same trick, like, why the hell would you ever really use the Peace Walker sneaking suit? Especially after you get the Sorrow's spirit camo, right? Like, they kind of serve similar functions. And I would argue that the spirit camo is actually a bit better because it has the added effect of also granting you stamina regen when you choke out an enemy guard. When you do the it gives you stamina back. It gives Snake stamina back when you do that, while also silencing your footsteps. So kind of like a little 2-for-1 deal by wearing the spirit camo. But yeah, we don't know. Maybe some combination of like spirit camo plus crouch walking, or maybe there's a camouflage that makes it so there is no bullet drop. Have you guys thought of that? Like, I thought of that yesterday. Like, what if there's a camouflage that completely negates bullet drop so you can play it almost like it is, the classic Metal Gear games, almost like it is MGS2 or MGS3, where like you can literally like laser beam accuracy with the Mark 22 across the entire map, and there's no bullet drop. Like there could very well be a camouflage that does that. We don't know. So yeah, but from what we've seen, going back to the whole thing, from what we've seen, I think they struck a good balance of quality of life improvements, reducing the amount of moment to moment gameplay breaks by making these quick menus, these quick codec call menus, these quick camouflage menus, these quick weapon swap options. I think they did what they needed to do. Yo, what up, Clint? How you doing? Am I playing Delta on the 26th or 28th? The 26th. Imagine almost dying to the Shaggle Hut. I know, embarrassing. Embarrassing, as Drake would say. Like those fans talking about Invisible is never an MGS. Can we watch MGO2 montages? I'm down. I have like 1 terabyte of unedited MGO2 footage from as far back as like 2016 when I started playing MGO-R as it was known back then. It wasn't even Save MGO yet. It was fucking MGO2-R. Oh, let me change my... Oh, I can't right now. I was going to say change my camouflage. Goodbye to our sadistic Bicon. Yeah. How many remakes and remasters of this game do you think we'll get to enjoy in our lifetime? Because I'm certain that this is not going to be the last one we'll see. True. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot.
We're leaking fuel.
Let's think. So we had original release. We had Subsistence. Then we had the Essential Collection. Then we had the HD Collection. Then we had Snake Eater 3D. Then we had the Legacy Collection. Then we had, or no, I skipped one, but the HD Collection on the Vita. And then we had the Master Collection, right? Is that all the versions that we've gotten of MGS3? Am I missing one? I don't think so, right? And then obviously we're getting, yeah, Delta. I don't know. I think Delta might be the last we see. Maybe not. Maybe you're right. But I think Delta is going to be the last one for a while. At least as far as MGS3 is concerned. Yeah, I wish we got a demo, man. But I don't think we're getting one at this point. Fried by a bolt of lightning. Such a flamer. I would try to speedrun the game during the event. Same. But I guess you're not allowed to do that. Konami would cut you off. Unreal 5 has so many problems. Hope they fix it. Seen it stutter a lot. Really? I haven't seen that footage of it stuttering. That's one of the things that no one said. Everybody said that it ran really smoothly. But again, keep in mind that after a certain point on day 2, so like the fan event, they did cut people off. So keep that in mind. Not trying to like be a doomer or like cause any unnecessary like negative speculation, but it is confirmed that they cut off the public on day 2 after a certain point. And they didn't allow them to play Snake vs. Monkey for some reason, which is kind of weird. Like, what if someone wanted to use their entire time playing Snake vs. Monkey because they just wanted to do that? You know, that's one of the things they're looking forward to. Why would you cut them off?
You have to go.
Kind of weird to me, but...
Give me a gun.
No, we're getting out of here.
We're still far away from the lake. I'll never make it.
The trailer shows AR to shotgun without a pause menu. Yeah, we saw a little bit of footage, right? Also, when they showed the battle dress, the big bulky armor from Peace Walker.
What do you mean?
We saw him switch weapons.
Eva, we're doing this together.
No, you...
Yeah, no worries, Staka.
I need you.
Play MGS3 playthrough and MGS5. Oh shit. I was thinking we should play Ground Zeroes, and then I would change my button layout to resemble Delta. Maybe we should do that
I can't
to get some practice in. We'll play Ground Zeroes, and I won't. I'll try not to use the dive, and I'll try not to sprint. No sprinting allowed. And then I'll change. If I do use the dive, I'll change it to triangle. I'll change crouch to circle.
All right then.
I'll try to make it resemble the Delta layout. That might be fun. What graphic settings would I recommend? The best 900 by 3D and 900 AMD card for Delta, all high settings, or do you reckon that would ruin the game at launch? I don't know how it's gonna run on PC, man. Like, Konami has not had the best track record with PC ports after
You're lucky to have me.
after Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, I would just you're gonna have to tweak your settings. I think you're gonna have to like try high settings like across the board, but I don't know. I'm not even sure, man. I know for myself, I'm gonna be trying on the PS5 first, a base PS5, not even a Pro.
Snake, can you hear
So
me?
if there are, I should say,
Thank God.
any graphical issues or frame rate stuttering or
Luckily,
anything
I
like
got
that,
Morgan's
trust me,
phone.
I'll come across it.
Calm down, Snake.
Calm down.
So
You'll always be
yeah,
fine as long as you
I'm
get
playing on a
emergency
base
treatment.
PS5 to start
You're
off
the
with.
only
So
one who can do
if
this.
anyone's gonna
Understand?
encounter any issues,
So
it's gonna be
you've
me.
got to calm
Trust
down.
me.
Right. Okay.
The quick stop with weapons
Okay.
that lets you
Now let's
get
open
full
up the
ammo back.
survival viewer
Wonder if
and
they
treat the injury. Do you have
wonder if they have
supplies
kept
with
that
you?
because that is OP
Running
as hell.
kinda short.
If they have removed the
Then
quick
by
stop, then you need to
switching the
manually reload,
survival
which changes
viewer over
everything
to
and makes
Eva,
it
you can treat
harder.
her wounds too. Now get to work.
So we're not talking about excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my throat today, but
But if you don't have
we're not
that
talking about
supplies,
tactical reloading, which I think is what you're referring to, Torres. We're talking about you can literally quick swap your weapons
you've still
without
got
having to
issues
like
with
hold down R2,
Yeah.
cycle through them,
I know what I have to do.
and find the weapon that you want to equip.
Snake.
You can literally just like Ground Zeroes almost, or Phantom Pain, where you just like with the D-pad and it switches. That's what we're talking about. I think my throat's all messed up from yapping. I'm not used to speaking this much from all these streams. No, it's my allergies. I have bad allergies every year. Why did you make that sound effect so on point, bro? I don't even know what I did. What sound effect did I do? Similar to Chicken Hat and MGS5, enemies don't react to you.
Think so.
Yeah, the Chicken Hat was a cool little idea. I have a question about what Foxhound suit. What's your question about the Foxhound suit? Vague would say core blimey. Where is Vague? Weird that the build for the event even had stuff that wasn't allowed to be tried. Dude, the build at the event was the full game. It wasn't a demo.
Here.
The build at the event was confirmed to be the full game.
It's different from the Mauser. When you're using a two-hand grip. you have
Did I
to
check out the
careful when you
TPP
put your
co-op mod
hands
thing?
on your
Yeah.
fingers
I was
to
actually
burn
one of the
by the
first
exhaust
people that
gas from the
was talking
cylinder
about it
gap.
when it first got put out there. We talked about it on stream. I haven't tried it yet though, because no one wants to play TPP with me. Lack of gameplay for all of us has us feeding to play it more than they. Yeah, exactly, dude. I can't wait to get my hands on that damn game. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys are the same way, but yeah, dude. It is what it is. I started the stream complaining, but it is what it is. Oh, let me change my camo. What camo's good here? I feel like tree bark would be kind of good. Oh yeah, tree bark's cracked. Yo, Rhineswig, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Oh no, cut off. Yo, appreciate you renewing your membership, dude. Nice to see you here. Oh, I like this track. This track goes in. We don't hear it enough. Appreciate the support, man. I got to get back to you on Discord, man. I've been neglecting my DMs on there. Thanks for the 4 months, dude. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys being here, showing support. The mods for this game will be insane. Oh my god. I don't even want to think about some of the X-rated mods we're going to get for Eva that I'm totally not going to install. Totally not going to, install anything remotely like that. Why would you do that? He was walking real slow. Oh, she's kind of hungry. I didn't notice. I should have fed her some of those rations or something. No, she's walking at a decent pace, actually. Yeah, too much going on. Ridenswig, I don't think you were here, man, but I got denied, man. I got denied. No Delta early for me. It's not looking like. No early Delta for your boy. Oh no, Eva, don't slow down now, please. You're killing me. Shit. Eva, I totally forgot to feed her. Didn't we pick up the noodles? Why don't I have noodles?
This tastes like crap.
Sorry, this tastes yummy. We like crocodile around here. Damn, it totally slipped my mind to give her food. Ooh, the next section, is it going to be the same as the HD collection? Probably, right? Oh, this version of the game has these old-ass animations. They took this out, right? I completely forgot about this till now. We don't see this in the newer versions of the game, right? This whole animation of him helping her up. I don't remember now because I always skip cutscenes, but I think they took this out of the game because it looks buggy. Right? Or am I tripping? I know sometimes this animation glitches out, so I'm pretty sure they took it out of the game, but I don't remember now. Damn. God, I haven't played this game in forever. I haven't seen that animation in years, actually. Oh my god, I can't see a goddamn thing. Aren't there supposed to be guys here? Oh, there they are. Go check on your boy. Come on, Eva. Yeah, that's removed, I'm pretty sure. We never got to see that in the HD collection. Oh, I'm sure somebody in chat knows. I'll try to check right now. This part is annoying, yeah. You hate the escort missions? Yeah. Worst part is Eva getting hungry every fucking 2 minutes. But it is what it is. It's part of the game. It's part of the game that we all love. It's not fair you're one of the top. Hold on, my bad, Ryden. Trying to feed the missus here so she doesn't get hungry.
Yuck.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to feed you a milk snake, too. That tastes disgusting, I'm sure.
What did you give me?
Yeah. What did you give me? You're one of the top creators. I bet people who don't even play Metal Gear will get it early. So the TLDR, because I don't want to, you know, go through the drama again. It's not really drama. I'm being dramatic. But from what was explained to me, the people that got to go to the event day one, so the journalists and stuff, are the same people that are getting the game early. So only big media outlets, only, you know, huge corporations that do reviews like IGN and blah, blah, blah. You know, the usual suspects. They're the ones getting, that already have codes now, actually, from what I inferred. They already have the game. So, those are the only people getting it. I'm sure there's going to be huge, massive, crazy big content creators that also are lumped into that pool of players or, you know, people that got it. I'm 100% sure. That wasn't told to me explicitly, but I'm sure they're going to give it to the people that are huge and all that. Which, I mean, makes sense from a numbers game. Like, it's smart for Konami to do that, right? We got to throw on the canon outfit, right, for the boss. So, yeah, that's the TLDR. Now, I have to, you know, the one disclaimer here is that none of this was explicitly told. I mean, like, nobody told me, you're not getting the game, dude. Sorry. Better luck next time. But you know, reading between the lines, it's not happening. So, I asked chat earlier, like, excuse me, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. I asked chat earlier what the course correction should be for me at this point. Like, do you guys even want a review at this point? Like, I don't know when I'll have that out. Like, should I even make a Foxhound guide? Because I'm going to be playing at the same time you guys are. And, like, by the time I get a good, well-edited, you know, smooth guide out there that's digestible. Because that's the main thing for me is I want to make guides that are digestible. Like, sure, I can throw something together that I'm able to do after playing Delta for a bit. But maybe the common person who just wants to get their achievement, who wants to achieve Foxhound, and isn't going to put 100 hours into the game the first, you know,
Over there.
week or so, you know, that person, by the time I get digestible, easy to replicate
Boss, isn't it?
strategies and boss
I'll go
strategies
wait
and
for
all
you to
that
take off.
down and you know, get the voiceover work done and record the video locally and get that all edited,
Come
is
back
it even
when
going to be
he's
worth it,
okay.
man? Like, I'm sure someone's going to throw together a Foxhound rank. People are fickle. They're just going to be like, Foxhound rank, Delta. Go search for the first one and then follow that as best as they can. And then, like, why the hell would someone hold out for my guide is where I'm getting at. I'm not a big enough creator, even in the Metal Gear sphere, to, like, someone's going to be like, oh, I'm waiting for his guide. I mean, like, I'm sure some of you in chat will because, you know, you guys go above and beyond always supporting me. But the common person, the casual person that's just like, Foxhound guide, Delta, and see somebody else's, they're gonna follow it. They don't care about it being well edited and like up to my standards or whatever you want to say. Like
Life's end.
in that regard, I'm kind of bummed because I would have liked to have gotten
It's almost
some hands-on for that reason specifically. Like I don't care about playing the game early. I think it's more hype if I get my first playthrough on stream. At least you know that angle is cool. Like you guys will get to see my actual first initial thoughts on the game because I'm not getting it early. So I guess from that aspect, it's cool. We'll always have that immortalized on the channel, my first playthrough, which is not something you can say about 99% of Metal Gear games, right?
Why are you doing this?
But on the other side of that, it would have been nice to have videos made, scheduled, and ready to go, and then just focus on fun streams for you guys. Just challenge runs, speed runs, you know, funny stuff, funny strategies, and I would have liked to have been able to focus on streaming, but you know, we're not going to complain. We'll get whatever done. I just need from you guys like your opinion on what I should focus on as soon as I get access to the game. Remember to always feed it even before taking it out for a walk, guys? Yeah, exactly, right? I don't know how I forgot that. I don't know how that's not embedded in my brain at this point. Oh, so it is removed. Yeah. Thank you for confirming that, dude. I thought so because I hadn't seen that animation in years. Again, I'm more familiar with the HD version of the game at this point. The Blue Point remake or remaster, sorry. Ooh, I don't know the boss. I don't know the Joy. I don't know Voyevoda.
Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages.
It's there, I just think from a different angle. I don't remember that animation at all. They'll probably add it back. Yeah, maybe. They better fix the camera angle on the Lost Boss battle. Yeah, so I'm curious if oh, you just reminded me. I gotta turn up my audio here because I go off of audio cues for this fight.
What is an enemy?
I wonder if this fight is different because it's at 30 FPS and not 60. I wonder if the timing is different.
And never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are
I think this fight might actually be tougher than the HD collection.
They can only be our enemies.
I don't know. That's just speculation. I don't know if she's affected by the whole frame rate change like some of the other bosses are. But that's the reason why we're playing the PS2 version because of little changes like that.
And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cobras.
No worries. I was kind of disappointed yesterday because I got this news pretty much right after I stopped streaming yesterday. So I was kind of bummed, but it is what it is, man. Can't just sit here complaining and like just sit in it, you know? Just got to make a new plan now and
November
pivot.
1st, 1951. I was in the
I'm
Nevada
messaging Konami
desert
abuse. Nah.
participating in
It's
a
not their
contest
fault. It's probably just like standard protocol, you know what I mean? It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. That's all it is. Can't blame them.
Is derived from Spanish, covered in snow,
Sniff my
white as
knuckles?
snow.
Oh no. You should make a video for the review embargo.
And
Just talk,
snow is
just
exactly
shit
what I
talking the
saw
game.
in that Nevada
Oh
desert.
no, nah.
It froze my blood.
I'm gonna give the
white.
game a fair shake. Whether I got the game early or not, I would have given the game the same fair shake. So,
You
like I
were
said,
Tommy
it is cool
Test's
from that angle that you guys are gonna see my
on the
actual
Total.
unfiltered initial first
That's
playthrough
part
and
of the
first
reason I was
thoughts on the
born.
game. So.
You and I are alike.
I appreciate that. And you guys do not have to wait for my guide. I did not say that for like pity or whatever. Chances are I'll still make a guide, but I want it to be high quality, like how I envisioned it to be all these months before the game came out. So I don't want to sacrifice quality for
the future.
just getting something up there, you know?
In 1960,
If it's a clean remake, there will be potential for as many strap vids as there are for MGS3 now. True, yeah.
3 years
The happy.
earlier, the Soviet Union had
I get 10 minutes,
successfully
make it
launched
count. Yep.
Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock
Send
to
a
the
complaint.
United States. In response,
Show
America
side boob.
threw everything it
Yeah, I'm gonna
had
have to.
into its
I'm gonna have to
own
show
manned
everything I can
spaceflight
to get people to watch
project,
my
Mercury.
my guide over anybody else's.
Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets.
Or chimps.
The government wanted human
Yes,
data,
sir. No, sir.
so they secretly decided to send a human being into space.
We are super close.
I was the one
We
they
are actually
chose.
very, very close.
At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to
Damn,
heavy
she got
radiation.
blasted with
That's why
radiation.
they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books.
Yo, Austin, you haven't
I
touched
could see
MGS?
the planet as it
Did
appeared
you got the
from
double
space.
plat and master collection? Yeah, I don't blame you. That's a grind, man. That is a
That's when
grind for
FOMO
sure.
hit me. Space exploration is nothing
How is
but
this
another
entire
game
cast so
in the
damn
power
attractive?
struggle between the
I know, and they
US
made 'em
and
all
the
look
USSR.
Better in terms of
Politics,
like graphical
economics,
fidelity in the
arms
remake
race,
too in Delta.
They're all just arenas for meaningless competition.
Because I'm making it up.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you can see that. But the Earth itself has no boundaries. No east, no west, no cold.
I wonder what the boss would think of the
And
era we're living
irony
in
of it
now. If
is,
she was
the
still
United States and the
around
Soviet Union
now,
are spending billions
I mean,
on their space
obviously if
programs and the
she
missile
actually
race,
existed,
only
but
to arrive at the same
I wonder what she would think about everything going on in the world now.
In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial
Yeah,
body.
that was the dream. Seems like we're more
A
divided
world
now.
without communism or capitalism. That is the world I wanted to see.
You may have to wait for a price drop for Delta.
But reality continues.
There's nothing wrong with that, you know. At the end of the day, not to make Delta less than what it is, because I feel like Konami does actually care, and I feel like from what we've seen, they seem to have really like put in some effort right into making it a faithful remake. But at the end of the day, we know the story, right? It's the same exact thing that you watch me play through this entire past week. Could there be some surprises thrown in there? Maybe. I hope so. I hope there's some new stuff, but
All I could do was watch in silence.
from what we've been hearing, from how it's been described, 99.9% of the game is going to be something that you've probably already played before. Austin played thoroughly because you platinum the games and stuff. So I don't blame you for waiting. I don't blame anyone for waiting. It doesn't make you any less of a fan waiting for the game to go on sale or waiting for a price drop or anything like that.
My old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But
MGS2
one of us
VR
had
missions
to
plat?
die.
Holy shit. Yeah, what do you guys think in chat? Do you
was
think the
left
VR
with
missions
no
or do you think the
choice.
big boss rank is harder to
The
achieve,
sorrow
is
of
harder to
his
get
life.
through in MGS2? Which trophy list do you think is harder? Original
There was
HD
no
collection or
limited
master
paths.
collection?
One must live, and one must die.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with Snake's face.
That was the mission.
His hair was
The
looking a
ones
little
who gave
weird
me that
during the
mission
first
were the
initial, like,
philosophers.
footage that they put out there, but I think they nailed it now.
Early in the 20th century,
People
the
still don't
true
like how
goals of
Ocelot
power
looks,
in
but
the
I don't
United
mind.
States, the
He looks more
Republic
like,
of China,
one,
and the
his
newly formed
parents,
Soviet Union
specifically his dad,
gathered together
and
in a secret
two,
meeting that would
he
later
looks a
be
bit
known as the
more.
Wise
He
Men
resembles
Meeting.
the
secret pathway from
Ocelot
Egypt
from
marked
the
beginning of the
from MGS 1 and 2.
philosophies. But the last
bit
of
more,
the
in my
original
opinion.
members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control.
I'm curious to see how
and
they'll
the
present these
Wiseman's
lore dump
Committee
cutscenes with all
degenerated
live
into
action
a
footage and
mere
artwork.
shell of its former
In Delta, I
self.
wonder if they still have the OG Shinkawa
The
artworks. I
philosophers
think
of
so.
today
Yeah, I think
have
it's just
no
going to
sense
be.
of good or evil.
I mean, the grain is part of the effect. So I was going to say it's probably going to be less grainy, but I think they're still going to keep the grain because it kind of feels like, older footage. I think, like you said, I think they're just going to have higher res scans or whatever in the background. But I mean, it being kind of hard to see kind of like resembles film. So maybe not. Maybe it is going to be still grainy and like Not as high
conflict
res.
sparks
I'm
countless
interested in seeing that as
others,
well.
forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity.
She defect to Russia willingly? You think so? I don't
Do
know.
you understand what I'm saying, Snake?
Maybe.
By consuming me and you,
Solo says,
the
you and George are the only
philosophers
streamers I
intend to
watch
keep
given the new
that
trend for
cycle
streams is
going
hot tub streams and dudes in wigs. Nothing wrong
It
with
was
that.
my father who explained all of this to me.
Nothing wrong with that at all. If that's, you know, if that's your hustle, that's your hustle. I can't knock other streamers for doing what's within the
I am the
guidelines
last
of their
remaining
preferred
child
platform
of
and
the
making money doing
philosophers.
that. But yeah, I don't really see myself in a
But
hot
after he
tub
revealed
or
the truth,
wearing wigs
my
anytime
father was
soon. But
killed by that same
can't knock the
shapeless,
hustle. But I
formless
appreciate that, man. I
organization.
appreciate you stopping by. Everybody in chat, all the support and stuff,
And my father
spending
isn't the
time with
only
me,
thing the philosophers have taken
being
from
hype
me.
with me before Delta comes out.
In June of 1944,
I really want
the
a game with the
Cobras and
boss,
I
man.
took
I really
over
want a game where you
landing
take
at Normandy.
control of the boss and
We'd been given a top secret mission
play
to
as her
locate
at
and
her
destroy
peak.
enemy
Not that she
bases,
can't kick
rocket
ass now when we
stations.
see her in 3, but
I was pregnant
I don't
at
know.
the time.
that'd be a cool game.
Sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle.
Rate that astronauts that Elon Musk took back that
beautiful baby.
Biden forgot about that didn't get radiation.
But
She'd
my
remain
child
loyal to the
was
end.
snatched away from me.
You were trying to be
by
the
the
top
philosophers.
10 to get the plat. Me too with MGS1. I was top 20 in the world. I was like 13th to get the MGS1 plat. I would have been like top 5 easily, but the stupid VR bug, I got hit with that.
Look at this.
So I had to do VR missions again,
This
all
is the
300
I
again
was
on the
once
European version on special missions
I
at,
gave up
at
my
running at
body
like
in
5 frames
desire
per
for my
second.
country.
I don't know how Europeans dealt with that, man.
There is nothing left inside me now.
Playing MGS1, the
Nothing at
PAL
all.
version, literally feels like swimming underwater. No, not even
And yet
swimming,
sometimes at night,
like
I can still
crawling
feel the
through
pain creeping
molasses,
inside,
dude. That's what it feels
simmering
like.
through my body.
I don't know how you guys put up with that. I really don't. It's insane. Snake's like chuk, chuk, when he's walking. Chuk, chuk, chuk. That's what it feels like
Talk this much
compared to
about
the NTSC version. I was like, how did you guys do this? Like, you probably did it because you love Metal Gear and you didn't know you didn't know any better. But the PAL version's rough, dude.
I
The
feel
PAL version is rough. I'm so glad you guys have access to our version.
Commence the operation. I raised you.
VR missions is way more difficult.
I loved
Yeah,
you.
some of those get
I've given you
really
weapons,
hard.
taught you techniques,
But the big boss rank is no
endowed you
joke
with
either.
knowledge.
Big boss rank on HD
There
collection is
nothing
stupid.
more for me to give you.
VR missions is just tedious. Big boss is harder.
All
That's a good way to
left
put
for
it.
you to take
VR missions is more of a grind, but big boss is
by
way
your own
harder.
hand.
Yeah, I never know how to
must
feel.
die,
I go back and forth
and one
on my
must
opinion.
No victory, no defeat.
I don't know.
The
Some of those,
survivor
like,
will carry on the fight.
Snake VR missions toward the
It is
end
our
are just
destiny.
tough. Like the sniping ones, I still have a problem with
The
those
one who
sometimes.
survives will
Like
inherit
if I've
the
been playing
title
VR
of
missions and
boss,
practicing, I can get them down
and the one
more
who
often than
inherits
not.
the
But like
title
right
of
now that I
boss
haven't been practicing
will face an
MGS2
existence of
and all
endless
that, I
battle.
probably struggle for a couple of attempts to get that done.
I'll give you 10 minutes.
I'm
In
worried I'll
10
miss the
minutes,
anime look
mates will
of the
come
original
and bomb the
characters.
hell out of this place.
Maybe. Nah, I don't know.
If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to
The only thing
escape
you have for
the
MGS2
time.
Platinum is Big Boss, and you'll never go for it. You should try.
Let's
It's a
make
good
this the
challenge.
greatest 10 minutes of our lives
MGS1 and MGS3 plats are easy. Yeah, they're definitely easier than 2.
You're a
Tell your
soldier.
sisters,
Finish your mission.
sisters helping you out
Prove
with
your
it, with Raiden.
loyalty.
With what? Sorry, I missed what you were talking about, Clint.
Face me.
Oh shit! I guess I gotta actually play the game now. I was enjoying just hanging out with you guys and chilling.
Brace yourself.
All right, so that timing was the same. I do think the frame rate might affect when I need to counter, though. I don't know. My hands are all sweaty now for some reason.
Get ready.
Okay. So far, so good.
You're better than I do. Brace yourself.
Oh, I mistimed it. Get out. Roll out. Fuck. I felt that when I mistimed it. That wasn't even the frame rate. That was just your boy being too jumpy. Come on. Hello, I'm right here.
Get ready.
Feels the same, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't affect it. Oh.
Here I come. Your skills have improved.
That line always reminds me of Star Fox for some reason. Because Peppy goes, "Your skills have improved, Fox." I'm like, oh. I love that game. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Star Fox 64 fan. Massive. I can recite that whole game for you guys. From start to finish, man. I played way too much Star Fox 64 as a kid.
Let's see what you're made of.
All right. Well, that is the game. GG's. About the same. The counter was the same. I didn't notice any difference. Maybe there is, but the one time that I messed up was me being too jumpy. So. I feel like the HD collection, because the big boss run is shorter. There's so many VR missions, with the MGS1 snake missions also being pretty hard. True, yeah. Like, I lean more toward VR missions being harder, but big boss rank is no joke. Like, I made a video on this a couple years ago now, but out of all the Metal Gear games, I honestly think 2 is the hardest to get the highest rank of the mainline series. I should elaborate on that a little. Of the mainline series.
Why are you giving me this?
Candy Door might be the way gameplay was cut for the event.
Jack.
Might be the
Or
way the
should I
gameplay was
say
cut for the event.
Snake.
Oh, you mean
You're a wonderful man.
you mean because they don't have access to the original footage or something?
Kill
Could be,
me
yeah.
now.
I don't know. No hot tub.
Do it.
I love you, but hot tub streams and dudes and wigs is where it's at. Oh no, I need to go for MGS2 and 3 plats at some point. Never found the drive to get it done. That's all right, man. Not everybody enjoys playing
There's only room for one boss.
for ranks or anything. You know what I mean? It's kind of nice just playing casually and just playing for the story and stuff. Rest in peace. Remember that? How demoralizing FF7 remake was Unreal Engine 4, not 5. Wonder if the third will be Unreal Engine 5. Rebirth is so good. Yeah, I've never played any of those games. Sorry, guys. I'm not an FF person. PS Classic Mini MGS was worse. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. I think the version of MGS1 that all the speedrunners use is the... I don't know if this is still the case, but they use like the fucking PlayStation Vita TV download version on PSN. Because I guess that's the most stable. I don't know. I know that's what they used to use back in the day. I don't know if the Master Collection has taken over, but yeah, the PS Vita TV version was the one to play. You hate the bugged achievements for MGS2 took you so long to figure it out? Yeah, the bugged achievements in general were so annoying. Oh, this is always such a sad hidden cutscene to me. Man, you're just talking shit on our European games because you're jealous? No, I feel bad for you, man. I'm not talking shit. I'm taking pity on you guys. Crawling to Molasses are the last 2 Last of Us games. I've only played the first Last of Us game, and that was back on the PS3. You hope they bring back Boss Rush mode? I know. What the fuck is the last mode, you guys? What the hell is the last and more? We still don't know, and it's so annoying.
Ready to go, Snake?
Dude, like, why are they like being so secretive about it? Unless the last and more is literally like an MGS1 remake hidden inside of Delta, there's no reason for them to be so secretive about what the hell the last and more is. Like, unless it's that fucking level of, like, impactful, why are they keeping it so secret? I don't understand. The MGS1 snake sniping gives me nightmares. Same, dude. Same. Other than the game over at alert, what is the difference between EU and EU Extreme? Off the top of my head, in MGS3 specifically, I know that you can hold enemies up or pick up their bodies and drop them in order to get supplies from them.
Told you could trust
You can't do that. You can do that on Extreme. You cannot do that on European Extreme. What are some other differences? I'm trying to think right now. You put me on the spot now, Bobby. You already said game over as alert is the most obvious. I can't think of any off the top of my head other than just, you know, oh, you can get life medicine as well. There's no life medicine in European Extreme.
Ocelot.
You can't pick it up at all. You can in Extreme. There's a life medicine. You know when you, after you do all of the GG, the Groznygrad escape, you get past the dog and you crawl underground before you jump off the waterfall. Right when you get hit with the codec call, as soon as you descend the staircase, or sorry, the ladder, and you're on the top of the stairs there, there's a life medicine. If you walk over the catwalk to the left, there's a life medicine there. On Extreme, there is not one there on Euro Extreme. There is no life medicine, I'm pretty sure. Other than that, I can't really think of any major differences. I'm sure there are some, but I can't think of any right now. I hope that if we get an MGS1 remake, they don't just redo the twin shits. Yeah, a lot of people hate the twin snakes, so I doubt they'd do that. I honestly doubt they'd do that, to be honest with you guys. I think they're gonna have like a whole from the ground up remake if they remake MGS1. 100% needed your guides for Big Boss VR. Was doable with no guides. Oh, thanks for using my guides. 1 and 2. Congrats on getting those VR missions done, because those are not easy, as all of us are saying. The Last of Us is great too. I've only played the first one. I thought it was cool. I thought it was all right. Nowhere near my favorite like stealthy game, but not bad. Oh shit, my chat just reset.
Not good.
My bad, guys. I'm trying to read fast here. The final raid fight for Big Boss rank is probably the most thrilled I've ever played in MGS. I know, dude. You have to play damn near perfectly against those raids. This is Snake Eater original PS2, not Subsistence. This is the oldest version of Snake Eater. It's a version that I don't usually play, which is why I chose this version specifically for this stream, for these streams. I love that Ocelot picks up fucking CQC faster than any other human being on the planet. And I love that going forward, he's like probably the only person that's probably better than Ocelot at CQC is Big Boss himself. I honestly think Ocelot could take it to Solid Snake even at their peak. Like Ocelot at his peak and Solid Snake at his peak, I think Ocelot's taking him when it comes to CQC. Ocelot is disgusting at CQC, dude. He's so cracked at CQC, it's insane. That might be a controversial take, but I think Ocelot is better than Solid Snake when it comes to CQC.
I'll get over it. Eva.
I hope there's more to Secret Theater. I mean, yeah, there's new scenes for Secret Theater along with the old ones. So hard for me to counter. Yeah, you have to get used to the timing. Rolling over her after CQC slam does more damage, right? It does if you CQC slam her immediately. Yeah, you want to follow up with a PPK, a punch kick, and then a roll. But since I use the Mosin Nagant, the most optimal way to do it is, if you don't have stun grenades, is the way that I did it, where it's like 2 Mosin shots into CQC slam, and then you can't do any more damage at that point. Any more non-lethal damage, if you want to call it that. Oh, buying the game for you? Oh, nice. I feel like the boss could have just acted like she dies here and moved to Tahiti. like Tupac, supposedly. Just falling off the face of the earth and hit. Yeah, maybe. That's funny. You've never seen these animations? Maybe in MGS2 remake they add in Tony Hawk's skateboard minigame? Maybe. Moving to Tahiti? That sounds like a great plan. Not Snake smacking her in the back of the head. Yeah, he's just a little... Recite Star Fox while playing through MGS1 VR again? Oh my god, I don't even want to touch VR on in MGS1 for the longest time, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm VR'd out for a while. It was always weird to me how with each sequel in the series, the games got easier and harder difficulties. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Let's think. So MGS1 to MGS2. I'm just going off the solid games because the original Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 didn't have difficulties. There was just one difficulty.
Not that name.
But MGS1 Extreme is pretty Extreme is.
And I'm not an
So here's the thing. There's a difference between playing on Extreme or Euro Extreme and just getting through the game, and then there's another difference like trying to get max rank. So if we're just going off of playing on Extreme and not worrying about max rank, yeah, MGS1 is super easy
plain name,
compared to MGS2.
but I won't forget it.
And I'd say that MGS3 is easier than MGS2. MGS4 is where it gets kind of weird. Because MGS4 can be challenging if you play new game, not a new game plus save file. You just play new game, and then you don't have the stockpile of, emotion ammunition. You don't have the stockpile of chaff grenades to deal with the dwarf gecko in Shadow Moses. You don't have some of the more broken weapons like the God damn, I can't remember the name of the weapon right now. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? The sunlight weapon. Jesus, I'm drawing a blank. But you guys know what I'm talking about. The weapon from Boktai. The solar gun. You don't have stuff like that. You don't have the Barrett. You don't have access to the MA2A2. So, MGS4 can be challenging on the boss Extreme for sure. MGS5 is kind of a weird one. Peace Walker's a weird one too because it doesn't follow the same linear structure. I don't know. I don't know if the games get easier as they go on. I'd say it goes MGS2. Again, this is not for max rank. Just playing on the hardest difficulty. It probably goes MGS2, MGS4, MGS3, and MGS1. Now, the little change you can make, is at the end. Maybe you could swap. You could make the argument that MGS1 is harder than MGS3 due to the nature of the controls being much older and harder for someone to grasp that's new to the games. But that also means I also find the mechanics in MGS1 a bit simpler. You don't have to worry about headshots. You don't have to worry about moving the camera. I like having the fixed camera, and I like playing fixed camera in MGS3 because it's one less button that I have to worry about being accurate with. You know what I mean? Like the fixed camera is the fixed camera. I don't have to move my camera to line up my shot or anything. The camera's always in the same spot, so it's one less thing I have to worry about as the player. So, but that's just a me thing. That boss fight was so fast. You usually hide and shoot her till she's dead. She fucks me up with TQC. Yeah, a lot of people take her out from range. It's not a bad strategy. You could wear like snow camo and almost like disappear in that fight. The part I'm most excited for about Delta is definitely this boss. Yeah, that's going to be crazy to see in Unreal Engine 5. European Extreme on this is mega nerf compared to 2. Yeah, I think so too. Snake's laugh, dude. Yo, what up, non-specific guy? How you doing? Yeah, we're still chilling, man. No worries. I'm glad you were able to stop by. 2 is rough. Only did it thanks to your guide. Oh, nice, man. I'm glad you were able to get it done. None of you guys should be ashamed for using a guide for MGS2 because it's insane. That is an insane run. Just trying to wing it. Just trying to wing it like that is so crazy. MGS2 VR is one of those hard equals bad game design. You think so? I enjoy VR missions. I like how silly they are at a certain point with like the Gurlugon and the giant versions of the enemies. Stuff like that I love when games mess with their mechanics and add silly stuff like that. If there's one complaint about like the MGS5 era of games, it's that a lot of it is almost too serious. You know what I mean? There's some very there's some very dark, heavy themes in MGS5 across the board. There's some silliness thrown in there too, but like I miss the old charm of the older games that had a bunch of silliness. So for me, MGS, it's lethal or non-lethal runs. Oh no, she's dead. So sad, but not really because we all know she's back in MGS4 anyway. Oh, did DSP say that? I gotta watch those videos again. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Baba glitch. Thanks. Oh, Boba glitch in MGS1. Yeah. What up, Sonny? How you doing? Yeah, the Boba glitch was crazy. The Boba skip. Just want Delta to have no issues on PC. Same. Yeah, performance is gonna be a big one. I think performance is gonna be make or break more so than like how the gameplay was changed, more so than the quality of life changes, more so than all of that other stuff. I think make or break is going to be how performance is, especially on PC specifically. I think console gamers are a bit more open to maybe there being a little hiccups here and there. PC gamers, though, if it's not running super smoothly and like if they didn't knock it out of the park with how it runs, you're going to hear from them. You're absolutely going to hear from them. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a huge, important part of how the game is perceived and received early on.
Well done, Snake.
The MiGs disengaged.
Date with Rykov.
Most likely under orders from
Boss rush for MGS would be fire. It would be cool.
Something.
We had it in Subsistence.
Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already
Why are we 20 days away from release and know so little? Oh, man. Don't even get me started on that, man. Don't even get me started. I mean, we got the NYC event, and I'm glad we got that. And then next Friday, we're going to get the impressions from the press.
waiting at Langley.
Once the embargo is lifted on the 22nd at midnight, we're going to be able to get the reviews from all the big outlets. So that's going to help a little bit. And then after the 22nd, we only have, what, 4 days until early access till a lot of it, a lot of us get our actual hands on it. So we won't have to wait that much longer. And then in between then and now, we also have Gamescom. So it's been confirmed that there will be a playable demo or a playable version of the game at Gamescom for fans. So that's good news as well, in my opinion. But if you're asking me, would I have liked to have seen more at this point? Absolutely. Checked out that RE2 sold more than double than MGS1 and PS1 in Japan. Oh yeah, Resident Evil is huge. Metal Gear honestly isn't that big of a franchise, you know? It really isn't. I mean, it's known. People know the name.
What are you going to do now?
But
Go back to the KGB.
the boss really is that bitch. Look at that death pose. Such a diva. Yeah, she's the coolest.
I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
It'll probably be a new asset flip mode at best.
I still owe you a dinner.
Boss rush mode reminds me of the past. Yeah. Imagine they bring back MGO2, part of the Master Collection Volume 2 with MGS4.
Is that part of your mission?
I said this yesterday, but I could die happy after that, man. I would die a happy man at that point. I wouldn't even ask for anything else. Anything else after that point we get is just like the cherry on top for me. MGS6, more remakes, whatever, I'm happy. If they bring back MGS4, and if they bring back MGO2 with MGS, I'm the happiest I would ever be in life. Like, that's all I need for the rest of my life. But yeah, I mean, at the very least, just bring back MGS4, please. Just the single player. I'll be happy with that. The last and more is just Peace Walker. Yeah, imagine they just bundle in Peace Walker. If they bring back MGO2 and Volume 2 collection, I'll forgive them for for Fox Hunt. Same. Nah, I'm still willing to give it a chance. Whenever it launches. Whenever it launches in the fall, whatever the fuck that means. You're not a snake and I'm not an ocelot. Snake charging an ocelot full of rage because he threw that nice. Yeah, exactly right. You prefer the twin snakes? Wow, that's a controversial take for a lot of people. This fist fight is sexual. Rage bait should be subtle. What am I going to do after MGS3? After this playthrough, we're going to play through Metal Gear Solid 3D, the 3DS version of MGS3. We're going to try to do a Foxhound run on the 3DS version. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but we'll see. Thinking last stream how Ocelot is the only person other than Big Boss who knows the entirety of the Metal Gear story pretty much. Yeah, he's involved in everything too. Played the Last of Us games only to figure out the true state of play. I don't actually like the games. Gotcha. He picked things up very easily. He mastered the revolver in a couple of days. True. Just the one I grew up on. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, the Twin Snakes? Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I like the MGS2 engine, you know what I mean, and mechanics and all that. So it was more of that for me, more dog tags to collect. More Metal Gear is always I'm a sucker for Metal Gear, so anything that has Metal Gear on, I'm gonna play. Hence why I played so much Survive. So
In that story, it was Eve.
he's legit the main character of the story since he's just about in every major role. True. True. Ocelot's my favorite character. He has been for a very long time. Obviously, I love the snakes and stuff, but gun to my head, I think Ocelot would be my favorite character. Last of Us is more interesting to play after playing Splinter Cell than MGS. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Really. I mean, I've played Splinter Cell, the first 3 games, the classic Splinter Cell games, and then I've obviously played a shitload of MGS, but only played the first Last of Us, so I don't really know. You're saying without ranks? Gotcha. The official German PlayStation forum, we had an event thread where we posted all of our best scores for each boss fight and boss rush. One of us was crazy good, but didn't realize that. Stealthy Play awarded for more points, which gave me the win on the Ocelot gang in Razvet. He was mad. Well, we formed our own clan in MGO afterwards called NGO. Oh, that's cool, man. See, I love stories like that about, you know, they don't do it anymore because people just cheat on leaderboards, but I miss, like, the MGS2 competition back in the day, which I stupidly didn't participate in. Or I don't think I could participate. I think you had to be 18. Or else I absolutely would have. But to, you remember, obviously, MGS2 came out, and then Substance came out after that. And I think it was for Substance they held that competition where you could submit your scores and or your times. And you could get your name put into the game as one of the dog tags in the newer 2002 dog tags. I miss stuff like that, man. Like, imagine they had an MGS1 remake. Did I say MGS1? MGS2 remake. And they had that same competition or whatever. I don't know how they would do it. But we could get our names in the remake of MGS2 as a dog tags. That would be so cool. But I love stories like that of, like, forums and Konami themselves holding competitions, and, like, yeah, that's how you meet other fans back in the day, is through forums, through playing the games. And then you went on to make a clan in MGO. That's awesome. That's really cool. The cool story. Yeah, the solar gun, exactly. You've got no chance against my backflip 360 kickflip sniper no scope. Yeah. I love the silly cutscenes in Twin Snakes. Look at that smile. These two are flirting. I haven't played this game in years. I play this game like once a month at this point. Hey Ryan, stop. You let me deal with him. Harder to grasp. MGS1 is very bare bones when it comes to gameplay. You say that, but you don't know how many people don't even know that you can move while shooting or aiming your weapon. It might seem bare bones, but that's the thing with every Metal Gear game. Like, on the surface, watching the average, like, casual gamer play Metal Gear, you don't really realize how deep the mechanics are, even as far back as MGS1. It's crazy. Like, yeah, compared to even MGS2, it might seem bare bones, but there's a lot to MGS1. There's a lot to that game. Easiest is either Peace Walker or Twin Snakes. Peace Walker's probably the easiest. I still love it, though. Out of the solid games, which one has the best soundtrack? Oh, that's hard, man. Soundtracks is a tough one for me to rank. I love that outfit for Eva. So badass. I'll have to get back to you. Maybe we'll do that one day before we start the stream. We'll do like I'll think about it and we'll do the rankings. That'd be a fun one. Thanks for suggesting that, MG. We'll definitely do that one of these days. I'll do like a tier list of the soundtrack specifically. MGS2 is more along the lines of Operation Wind Effect, even Time Crisis games. Damn, Time Crisis. That's a throwback. The recommended requirements are kind of high. Yeah, dude, it's super high. Yeah, what up, Sonny? How you doing? I'm doing all right, man. Chilling. We finally finished our extreme playthrough. Had fun doing it, and then you guys are torturing me now because we're gonna start. We're not gonna start today, but we're gonna start our Foxhound run of Metal Gear Solid 3D tomorrow, probably. I'll have to work after the stream at configuring the controls and all that, the god-awful controls. Oh, my God. And hopefully being able to... I'm going to try to install, like, a 60 FPS cheat. Otherwise, I'm probably going to throw up, like, every single time I stream that game because it runs so horribly. But I'm going to try to do a Foxhound run on the 3DS version of Snake Eater, so... First names only. 360 Ti, if I'm not mistaken. Is MGS as popular in Japan as it is in the West? I think it's more popular in the West now, to be honest with you. 3080, yeah, it's pretty high. Fuck the 3DS. I don't remember if you answered this yesterday, but are you going to use the emulator? No, yeah, emulator, not the actual 3DS. Yeah, exactly. I think there's a mod or like a cheat that you could enter to make it 60 FPS. So I'll probably try to find that. Oh yeah, the mullet is strong for sure. Portable Ops and Splinter Cell filled the gap before MGS4. True. It's like you don't understand the hate for Twin Snakes, but I do feel like it's blown a little out of proportion, especially when Kojima's suggestion was that. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't know that fact though, that Twin Snakes was supposed to be a 1-for-1 remake of MGS1, at least in terms of how the cutscenes were presented and directed. And then when that first rough draft of that sort of remake was presented to Kojima, he's like, no. You're just remaking the game that I made. I want you to make it in your style. That's why I picked you specifically. So, yeah, that's why the director, who was known at the time to be heavily inspired by, like, the Matrix movies and stuff, has that sort of, like, early 2000s Matrix-y style. And that's why you get those, like, outrageous cutscenes. It wasn't, you know... It was actually Kojima who was like, no, I want you to do that crazy over-the-top style. That's exactly why we went to you to do it, so. MGS1 is still the best version. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm always going to like the original more, but I have nothing against the Twin Snakes. Soundtracks is the easiest. MGS1? Yeah, I mean, MGS1 has a banger soundtrack. I don't know if it beats out MGS2's soundtrack, though. I think that one's at the top of the list for me. But I gotta go through them all. I need to steal you and I need to steal you and teach you the ways of MGS1. Have I played Portable Ops on stream? Not recently. I don't know if I ever have. I remember playing Acid on stream. I don't know if I've played Portable Ops on stream actually. If I have, I don't remember. Kojima suggested the terrible changes. Never mind, the game's a masterpiece. Watching the credits on MGS3 on my alt account going for platinum again. Here's hoping I get Foxhound. Oh, you got it, man. You got it, Solo Knives. Easy. Easy clap. You got it, dude. Yeah, I like her motorcycle outfit for sure. It's definitely very simple and easy to grasp, though. Yeah. Yeah, if you put in the time, all these games are easy to grasp, I think. But I'm biased. As I'm sure a lot of you guys are in chat too.
Like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
Right now, you went back to MGS1 a lot more often since it's easily available in the Master Collection, but nostalgia is a hard thing to break. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I'm a Twin Snakes enjoyer too. No hate. Never had any hate for that game at all. That's funny because Kojima isn't a huge fan of the Matrix movies. I know he liked the first one. He wanted, after seeing it, he reached out to the Wachowskis, so they were in talks about making a Matrix game, like Kojima making a Matrix game, but it never ended up happening. And also in his diary of the creation of MGS2, he cites meeting them and all that. I think when he was in LA or maybe New York, they were in New York and he was in New York at the same time, and he met them and he really liked them, and I've never heard him say that he hates the Matrix movies. And like MGS2 is heavily inspired by the Matrix in a lot of ways. So I don't know. MGS1 soundtrack always beats MGS2 in your opinion? You think so? I don't know. One of the main soundtracks that I always listen to, that I always like have on in the back while I'm doing something else, is the MGS2 one, with all like the remixes and stuff. I really like that one. I just play it on shuffle and listen through it. Backflipping onto and jumping off a missile to shoot the hind will forever be a staple of the MGS series in my mind. Looks more like Jet Li films. For me, soundtrack-wise, MGS3, then MGS2, MGS1, MGS4, Peace Walker, Portable Ops, TPP, Ground Zeroes, Twin Snakes. Gotcha.
Out of duty, she turned her back on her own.
You like the
family
OG and the Twin Snakes? Yeah,
Elizabeth
same with me. I like both.
crushed by such a burden. The tainted
The best intro
disgrace
soundtrack is from Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Oh yeah, the Metal Gear 2 has a banger soundtrack too,
future generations will revile her.
for sure.
In America,
Yeah, the intro is really cool to that game.
no sense of honor.
Your guide helped me get Foxhound. Now I can't get. Now you can get it no problem in MGS3. MGS2 I will never go for. Big Boss, it's bullshit for no damn reason. It's tough. It's tough.
As a war criminal.
I dig the theory that Twin Snakes is Otacon recounting the events. Oh yeah, I've heard that headcanon before. That's a good one.
That
Making it more exaggerated just seems like a real thing Otacon would do. Yeah, because he in MGS1 he's like, you're a badass.
true soldier, she saw it through to the end.
Yeah, that's a good little headcanon for sure. I've seen that before.
But I think
You
she
love the
wanted
MGS2 soundtrack? Same.
all people to know the truth.
Where did he say he's not a huge fan though? I don't think I've ever read that.
She wanted
I love the Matrix movies. Like, I couldn't give less of a shit with what Kojima or anybody else says about the Matrix movies. I love those movies. Those are my favorite movies of all time. All of them. Even like the last one that they just came out with, Resurrections.
but
I think they're all great.
she was forbidden to tell you herself.
And I definitely get like Matrixy vibes from MGS2 and from the Twin Snakes and the soundtrack to the Twin Snakes. Very like early 2000s Matrixy sort of deal. And they use bullet time and shit in the cutscene, so it's definitely inspired by the Matrix, at least partially.
Her debriefing will endure only in your heart.
MGS3's alert themes go so hard? Yeah, that's true. MGS3 might have the best alert themes, thinking about it now.
She did for her country,
Oh, here come the manly tears.
sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero,
I'm fighting a cyborg ninja and Twin Snakes. I'm not exactly looking for realism. Yeah.
patriot.
I remember there's a clan in MGO that used this as their like this specific scene as their clan emblem, and the name of the clan was Manly Tears. I still remember that. Who remembers that? Who's an MGO2 player in the North American region or the Americas region that remembers the Manly Tears clan? Probably nobody. It's probably just me. Government boss, you're our greatest asset and double agent. Thank you for your service. Now have your son kill you in combat. Yep. He said he liked the English patient film, but preferred actually some Serbian love story films. MGS2 and Twin Snakes also have that art style that is timeless. The Zone of the Enders have visually aged well too. True. That's true. Yeah, I haven't watched The Matrix in a very long time. Oh shit, I watch that movie at least once a year. By the way, speaking of The Matrix, if you guys have never seen the Animatrix, which if you haven't seen the Animatrix, what the fuck are you doing with your life, first of all? Second of all, it's free on YouTube. You can watch the Animatrix short movies, films, episodes, whatever you want to call them, for free on YouTube. I have to turn down this song, by the way, you guys, or else I get copyrighted to shit and back. So apologies if you wanted to hear Way to Fall for the 9 millionth time, like me. But I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I apologize. I'll throw on some music, though. How can I mute this? Shit. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to throw on music. Maybe I can just turn this up higher. I don't even know if you guys can hear this. I'll just mute it. We'll just sit in silence for a bit because I can't mute it for some reason. Hold on. You guys probably see my cursor for a second. Volume mixer. There we go. Okay, I can mute this separately and then I can turn. Furious music. That'll be our credits theme for now. Sorry about that. I don't want to get copyright stricken though. It always screws me over. So what was I saying? What were we talking about? Oh, Animatrix, free on YouTube to watch. What it is essentially they're different short stories in the Matrix universe. but they're all animated in a different sort of art style and a different animation style. So there's one, my favorite is the traditional anime style that you think of when you think of anime, like old school, like late 80s, early 90s anime style. There's also like, you know, more 2.5D, 3D animation. But essentially it's a collection of I think 9 stories that take place in the Matrix universe about all sorts of different people from different backgrounds. Some of them tie in directly to the Matrix movies. Others, like I said, take place in the Matrix universe, separate from the movies, like kind of like adjacent to the movies. So yeah, I'm a huge Matrix nerd. If you guys don't know that about me, like I'm a massive, one of the most massive Matrix fans you will ever find in your entire life. Like I've played all the video games. I know the lore. I have all the comics. I have the original scripts for the movies that were signed by the Wachowskis. Yeah, I'm a massive, huge, massive Matrix fan. So alongside with Metal Gear, I think Matrix is probably like one of my, you know, top 3 IPs in the entire world across all mediums. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Animatrix, well, first of all, watch the Matrix movies. But in between watching the Matrix and Matrix Reloaded, you want to watch the Final Flight of the Osiris, which is one of the Animatrix short films, because that leads into Matrix Reloaded, and it makes much more sense. A lot of people complain about the sequels, you know, kind of just starting and you don't really know what's going on after the first Matrix movie, but that helps a little with that. Anyway, it's free on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. Obviously, I don't get paid or anything by YouTube for promoting this. I'm just saying it because I'm a huge Matrix fan, but I highly suggest you guys check that out if you've never watched the Animatrix. Anyway, there's my pitch for the Animatrix, for the Matrix in general. Yeah, I mean, Metal Gear is over the top in general. You don't like Revolutions? I love Revolutions, man. I love them all. I love them all. Big Boss taught me it was okay for a man to cry. True, true. You played, but you were I played, but I was young and sucked. So no, I don't actually remember, unfortunately. I will never understand why Snake flipping over a missile was too much, but yeah, Big Boss gets his arm broken at the elbow and could do things with it 1 week later. Yeah, he's built diffy though. The Matrix sucks. I'm lying. They're great movies. I love them, man. I love them. Yeah, I'll turn it back up once we get to the Ocelot stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, Path of Neo had a good soundtrack too, and even Enter the Matrix was fun. I thought I loved Enter the Matrix. I want to play the Bomberman minigame, non-specific, but I don't have an Xbox. So I'm hoping somebody mods it into the Steam version. That's probably the only way I can play it. Otherwise, I don't know, fortunately. All right, we got the Metal Gear theme playing now, so I can turn off. I don't think I'll get copyrighted for this. But yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to play it. Hopefully someone mods it in, like I'm saying, but as of right now, I can't promise that because I don't have an Xbox, unfortunately. I'm a bit of a Matrix fanboy myself. No, for real, I didn't watch the 4th movie. Would you recommend it? Here's what I'll say about the 4th movie. Actually, let's let Ocelot talk his shit before I get into that, because I'm very passionate about the 4th movie. So let's let Ocelot do his thing, his Ocelot thing.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices.
Our rank's going to be
Yes, the
atrocious, by the
CIA
way. I just realized
lost
the rank's coming up.
themselves.
It's alright. That wasn't the purpose of this
I believe the
playthrough.
White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived.
Used to fall asleep watching The Matrix. Same. As a kid, I would just have the DVD menu
Yes,
playing
the American president is relying on us
over and
to
over
keep the
again to
little
fall
known
asleep at
affair.
night.
We've
That
got
was me
high
as well, man.
goals. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations.
People mix up green CRT monitor Japanese symbols. Yeah, no, the symbols in the
Yes,
Matrix
Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the
were
KGB
made up of a sushi menu that they jumbled up, and they reversed the symbols and stuff, and they jumbled them all up and stuff, and that's where the majority of the Matrix symbols come from the digital rain. When you think of the Matrix, it's a sushi menu actually.
Yes, it's me.
You're offended. You don't think the Twin Snakes is horrible?
The boss.
Nah,
has
some people
accomplished their
some people are
mission.
just passionate, man. Some people are just passionate about not liking the Twin Snakes, and that's okay.
Philosopher's legacy is now
I like
safely
it.
with
I
us
enjoy it.
in
I've never
America's
hated it,
hands.
so that's where I stand with it. But
With this money,
everybody's entitled to
yes,
their own
the
opinion, you know.
philosophers can finally be revived.
Heard of the Xbox version digitally, and the physical deluxe
The film
edition
we
for the
handed the
PS5
Chinese
also
was a
play
fake.
Asia. Yes, I'm part of the problem.
Peking must be
Oh,
in
me
an
and you
uproar
both,
right
man.
about now.
Me and you both. I don't even want to think about how many editions I'm buying of this fucking game that I've played a
I'm
million
afraid
times
so.
already. Just
Only
prettier.
half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the
Yeah, no,
piece.
you don't have to worry about anything, man. You never offend me. You never offend anyone in chat.
Yes,
you have
revenue
pretty
has been reduced to ashes.
pretty lukewarm, level-headed opinions, and
That's
and
right.
the most important thing is you can
Grozny
have some
Grad has been
outrageous opinions, but
obliterated by the Davy Crockett
as long as you
Project as
present them
well.
respectfully and you don't knock anybody else in chat's opinions on
Yes,
things
that was the boss's work too.
and like flame them for their opinions, then that's all I really care about.
Speaking of which,
I
obtained
have some pretty
something
hot
from
takes
Grant
sometimes,
that you
too.
might find interesting.
So
It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it
coming
might just
back to this
come in handy
franchise
someday.
after years for Delta, Kojima really said gay rights with this franchise. Yeah, Kojima's
Yes, we have
definitely an
John
equal
and the Snake to thank
opportunity
for
and
that.
rights and
Khrushchev
employer,
wanted
that's
it
for
as
sure.
well.
He showcases that's what I think Kojima does best, is showing like
Yes, they bought our
all
story.
aspects of life, all different types
don't
of
think they'll be
people,
making a
their
fuss.
gray areas in life, in scenarios, in points of views. Like, if there's one
The
thing I can really
secondary alert has
praise
been lifted as
praise
well.
about Kojima and his
And the
stories and writing,
Soviets
it's that.
still haven't discovered my
You
true
know,
identity.
that you see all different sorts of walks
They
of
had
life,
no idea that I'd
all
been
different
triple-crossing them.
backgrounds. And you also see
I will continue
multiple
my activities as a
angles of
contact for
things,
the
you
new
know.
government.
Sushi.
Yes. It appears that no one knew that I was
The Matrix was influenced by Japanese anime. Yeah, it was mostly influenced by Ghost in the Shell, which is one of my
course.
favorite anime of all
I'm
time.
always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Well, I think if you're a movie director in the early 2000s and you made action movies, and if you're someone like Kojima who's heavily influenced by Western trends in movies in the early 2000s, you absolutely... Keraton? How did we get Keraton rank? I didn't shoot one fucking Keraton. Question mark? How did I get Keraton? I don't think I even shot one Keraton. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Huh? That's hilarious. Dude, is something bugged? That's so funny, dude. We only ate 3 meals? That's surprising. Nice. Humans killed 1. Rest in peace, that one guy whose dick I shot off in the in the dock stages. Alerts 19. That's because we continued. I would use the fake death pill and just continue after my alerts, but not bad. Keraton rank is kind of like question mark. I don't really know what that's about, but I'll take it. Shit, I thought I was gonna get like flying squirrel or something. Let's save that. Let's save over our. Actually, I shouldn't save over my whoever save file this is originally back in Christmas of 04. So we'll just save. We'll save down here. And that was Metal Gear Solid 3 original OG PS2 version, pre-subsistence, pre-HD collection, pre-master collection. That was one of the oldest versions of MGS3. I'm glad we played through that. I had a lot of fun. Maybe I'll make a little quick compilation of like the funniest moments, the biggest fails, all that fun stuff, and throw it up as a video if you guys want to see that for everybody who missed a stream, or just as another way to repurpose these streams. I had a lot of fun. Playing this version of Snake Eater again after over a decade, easily, maybe more. I appreciate you guys being here. Seriously, it was mad fun. I don't know if you guys had fun, but I had a lot of fun playing this version of 3. Next up, like I said, the plan for the rest of the week. You guys decided yesterday via a poll to torture me. We're going to be playing the 3DS, the Nintendo 3DS version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, called Metal Gear Solid 3D. It is a kind of a remake, remaster with new mechanics. The first version to feature crouch walking. The aiming is heavily inspired by Peace Walker's aiming. A lot of cool little additions, a lot of changes. Like they changed Karoton to Yoshi. Small stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to play through it. I haven't played through that game in the longest time either. It's one of my least played versions of Snake Eater. So expect some fails, expect some funny moments. But yeah, we're going to go for Foxhound rank. So God be with us during that playthrough. Konami definitely hacked you. Yeah, that was weird, right? Karoton rank. Maybe it worked differently. Maybe the metrics were differently in the original game. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. Will I play the MSX version of Metal Gear? I've said this before. I don't have anything against the MSX versions. I just feel like they're not very engaging stream games. You know what I mean? They're very slow. But I mean, if you guys want to see that, I'm sure I'll do like a series playthrough where we go through the whole series eventually, maybe after Delta. I kind of wanted to do that before Delta came out, but I feel like it'd be more fun to just see different versions of MGS3 leading up to Delta. So they're fresh in our mind, fresh in my mind at least. And then we get to see all the changes that Delta made, all the different areas of, you know, inspiration that they took for those changes. Like crouch walking in Metal Gear Solid 3D. They probably took inspiration from that for Delta to include crouch walking, so... Not going to say no, but I'm always hesitant to play those games. Even something like Portable Ops, which is a tiny bit more upbeat than the older versions, the MSX games. I still am kind of like, do people really want to see me play that? But I mean, if enough of you guys want to, then we can do that eventually. That's the rank you're going for now is Karoton? Shit, easy, man. Don't even worry about shooting the Karoton. Apparently, you just get it. They just hand it out to you. Can't wait for all the 3D high-quality future tech we'll be witnessing. True. The Japanese often lie about their Western influences. I guess. Matrix. Yeah, there you go. Could I make a guide for the MSX games? Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of them out there already. But nothing's off the table for me. I mean, I'm down to do... The thing is, like, it's hard to balance making stuff that only a few people want and also, like, stuff that's going to get a lot of views. Like, it's hard to find the middle ground as, like, a creator for that. Because, like, there's so many MSX game guides that it's like, what would I add to something like that? You know what I mean? What would my version of an MSX guide add to any of the ones that are out there now? Is what I'm getting at. So, I mean, nothing's off the table, but for right now, my focus is obviously Delta. And I mean, these streams that we're doing, so. Yeah, I can't wait for Delta either. We're almost there. Yeah, I think we're going to play some Portable Ops Plus. I don't know when, but I do want to get on Portable Ops Plus for sure. I am playing on a 3DS emulator, yeah. Old Snake in Portable Ops Plus is crazy. I know, it's cool that we first got to see him in that, huh? Big Boss sucks and Raiden is awesome. You can always show side boob. But, alright, you guys. I'm going to get going a little earlier today. How long did we stream? A little over 2 hours. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a shorter stream today. I got a bunch of stuff I got to set up for our 3DS Foxhound. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm playing the 3DS version. I can't believe you guys voted for that. But we'll get that started tomorrow, so I got a lot of stuff to do behind the scenes. I got to get the emulator going. I got to get the game going. I got to get it configured. I got to get the binds going for the actual controller layout, which are going to be atrocious, I'm sure. I got to find the 60 FPS mod or cheat. So, yeah, I got a lot to do to set up for stream tomorrow. I got to make a thumbnail for tomorrow. Yeah. Yo, what up, memes? How you doing, man? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing behind the scenes today, focusing on that. You're curious on how it works on an emulator? I think it's pretty easy to configure the emulator. What I'm worried about are the controls. Someone said, help, Perfect Stealth has me inject a stripper in his basement handcuffed to the radiator. Make sure you get the Circle Pad Pro mod. Oh, true. I gotta get that too. True. I heard it's a save file you need to get, right? You need to have a save file that has a save already preloaded. Yeah, I gotta find all that. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but that's why I'm gonna hop off stream a little earlier today. Yeah, I think I am gonna make a little video out of these VODs. Just maybe a little 10-minute video of the funniest moments or whatever, us playing through this version of the game. And throw it up maybe on Friday or something if I get the editing done. Because I did have fun playing through this version with all of you. A Yoshi run too. Now you're really trying to punish me. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get everything set up for tomorrow. Thank you guys for the fun stream of OG MGS3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. More fun times to come. If you guys want to follow me on socials, I'd really appreciate it. Primarily on TikTok. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, I'll link it to you guys in chat now. I'm trying to get some more followers so I can stream on TikTok. That'd be nice. I'd really appreciate it. Here's my TikTok. Otherwise, I'm always on Twitter. I'm always posting some stuff on Twitter. I'm always active on there. I appreciate all the love on Twitch. I saw a couple new follows today. I really appreciate you guys over on the Twitch side. Same thing on the YouTube side. Thanks for all the new subscribers. And yeah, be back tomorrow bright and early for some more MGS3, Snake Eater 3DS. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.